Whatever Trebrum's heart desires.
Pizza.
What?
Whatever the closest thing to pizza is they got.
They could replicate pizza. It's just tomato sauce with cheese on top, baked in an oven.
Yep.
I mean, they have stone furnaces.
This
You
is
know,
a
in the Odyssey, they
It would
reference
be,
eating pizza.
like a wood fired pizza, you know?
Yeah, this is a delicacy in Helm's Realm.
You're telling me a wood fired this pizza?
Yep.
I like this guy. He's funny. We should be good now.
Cool.
I say as I'm actively posting stream links. Right, good enough. Goes in there. There. In there. Hey, one of you turn your notifications off. I heard that. I'm gonna hear it again.
It wasn't me.
I know.
All my notices are muted.
I know who one of the two people it probably was. I guess it could have been you, Payneless. Technically, you were also in that server.
No, it wasn't me. All my notices are muted.
It was Dylan. I know it was Dylan.
Of course it's
What'd I
Dylan.
do?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what you did.
You know what you do.
Actually, more importantly, you probably don't know what you did. That's worse.
You should know what you did.
Guys, Ralph doesn't deserve this.
Who's Ralph?
True.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Ralph was the one who abandoned us. The one who left us in our time of need.
The one who lives in the trees.
No, actually, it was the opposite. Like, right after your time of need was gone, he left.
I still needed him.
I wonder if the void will be filled. Dude, I miss Ralph.
It's just not the same.
It's not the same.
I'm sorry.
But now we have Daggerak and Car Show.
You don't know who those people are yet.
Car show?
I do not. I just see it on the home screen.
Okay, let's.
No.
Yeah, I do. Aldiyn does have things he wants to do in Neverwinter. Crazy. Where is
I
my?
do. Yeah.
Where's my conversation with you, Payneless?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not. I'm just wrapping up stuff that would be in Phandelver first.
That's what I meant. Sorry, I meant Phandelver. I just can't think properly of city names.
Yep.
Yeah. So I have a couple of things. Firstly, I want to inquire about getting that house that is vacant where the goat man lived. I would like to see if they would be willing to offer it.
You would have no issue with Harbin happily handing over the keys to the establishment.
And then I'm going to entrust a copy of that key to Bonesaw and see if he is down to do upkeep on the house.
I don't think you've ever seen a goblin more excited to do something.
Yes, he's
then
allowed.
When you hand him a house key and you tell him to take care of the house.
And he is allowed to live in it. That goes along with it. If he for some reason thought he wasn't, I want to make it clear.
He would clarify and ask.
Yeah, of course.
You would kind of as you would go throughout your day, wrapping up the other stuff. You would see him dragging in a rock.
Yeah,
that he probably has as special, or some small flags that he's drawing images on that remind him of home and stuff like that. He's just dragging it into the house.
Perfect. How's Gungeon doing?
Gungeon's doing pretty well, actually. He would tell you that business is actually going to basically pick up now that pretty much any of the possible threats that anyone was aware of are removed from the area. He would inform you that the aboleth is gone.
Interesting.
However, he hasn't seen any sort of effects of that time magic that you guys ran into prior.
That's probably that's probably good.
Yeah.
I am not imported over, by the way.
Oh, I might not have done everyone.
I'm still for level 13.
No.
What the heck?
I'm level 13 as well.
I guess I'll give you level 15. Let's see. We don't need to import over the image. We don't need to import over the weapons, other equipment, currencies. Everything else should be good. Go. Okay, we'll get Aldiyn first.
Staring at a gray screen still. I'm sure it'll fix.
Error processing. Summon activity. Oh, do you have a summon conjure animals?
I do.
Unprepare that for now, and then I'll give it to you in Foundry because it has problems on importing that.
I sure can see that. Okay.
Yeah, since you're level 13 with 0 HP.
Yeah. So it would probably be conjure animals.
Yeah.
Let me go fix that.
Yeah, just take a non-conjure spell, and then I'll just replace whatever you switch it to in Foundry.
So I should take conjure animals again.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll work this
Would
time.
conjure barrage break it? That'd be crazy.
I don't think so, because that spell doesn't actually try. It's because it's trying to validate that it'll give you an activity that spawns an actual like token, and it's causing an issue there.
We'll take lightning arrow. We can just.
Okay, let me know when you're good.
We should be good.
Okay, let's try her again. Whee! Oh, it still didn't take it. It still said you had that up. Hold on, maybe it takes a second for it to refresh.
Oh, that's crazy that I get that. I didn't know I had that.
It doesn't. It's still running into issues.
I just don't get to be level 15. In fact, I don't get to be any level anymore.
Wonder if I try.
He's an NPC. He's a true civilian now. He's given up
Wonder if I try
adventuring life.
this. This is not a problem I foresaw.
I wonder if Helm saw it.
Of course.
Shut up.
Probably not.
Should have asked him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, should have asked him.
You think Helm knows IT?
No. He'd probably say that is like some witchcraft.
What the hell is this shit? What the fucking Modron make this?
He didn't even help us with Zoss Tom.
Hey man, he tried. Maybe. Probably not.
Okay,
Probably not.
Probably not.
Spatha gets to be level 15.
Damn
Oh, man.
non-spellcaster.
Oh, I haven't set one thing on there. I need to go in there and set it.
Oh
The
my
guy
God.
who
Yeah.
Let's see if Trebrum's allowed to be level 15.
He probably has summoned celestial spirits, so probably not.
No. Watch, it'll work for him. It just doesn't like you.
I hate this.
Alright.
I hate it here.
Try
Yeah, it
now.
worked for
Try
me.
now.
It works for Trebrum.
Yeah.
Try reporting me now. It should be
Okay.
fine though.
Okay. Why'd you forget something?
What doesn't it like?
I didn't do my feet.
Wow, that's pretty important.
That's
Well,
kind of important,
kinda
man.
need your-
Well, yeah.
That's like one of the main reasons why people go like fighter. It's
I like
all the
feats.
all the extra feats.
I like feet.
Okay, let's give
know.
Aldiyn another shot.
What on earth could be causing the problem? It never. I've
It's
had
probably
a
just getting an outdated version of your character. Look, it worked now. See?
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
I just had to give it a little moment. Okay, everybody should be good now.
There's. Hold on.
Not everyone.
What if I told you my entire inventory is gone?
Well, I see it.
Oh.
So,
Let
Oh,
me
game's paused. I can't open anything.
close and reopen Foundry.
Yeah,
Foundry,
give
what do you
that a
mean?
shot.
What do you mean update? I did update.
My entire inventory's gone. I clicked on it and I was like, please, for the love of God, don't be gone. And it wasn't. I was like, thank God.
Man with bag of holding is concerned his inventory's gone.
Oh,
DM panics.
Please, no.
Okay, so let me real quick. Time magic gone. Aboleth gone.
Let's freaking go.
I want to ask Gundren about whether or not he would be able to do anything. What he could do with the. Oh, yep. There's all my stuff. You know how I knew it was wrong because my HP wasn't right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was like, I'm missing something here. I would like to know if he can do anything with the material that Ralph had that he was gonna make into bear armor.
He can.
Ooh.
Why could he?
He would tell you that it's gonna take a couple days. So if you're planning to head somewhere, he can send it to wherever you're heading.
Neverwinter.
Or if you're sticking around, okay, then yeah, he will ship it to Neverwinter when it's done.
Wonderful. And then two more things. Aldiyn would like to try to arrange a group, a competent group of people, if they could, to perhaps is Trevor the guard who's alive?
Yeah.
If there's a chance that he could round up a couple of people who are able and head down into that tunnel to get Xanth's body back up.
Okay. Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
He would say that he should be able to find a couple people.
Yeah, he deserves
a proper
burial.
He'll go report to Harbin about doing that activity, and then.
Wonderful. Yeah, and then Aldiyn would make a couple of rounds throughout the town, to give some proper condolences to any of the villagers who he knows whose family isn't coming back because of the kidnappings.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And he would make sure to clarify that, make sure they know that they shouldn't expect
their return.
Yeah. Why does it say?
Yeah. Most of the people that you would interact with doing that would be like pretty outwardly thankful towards you. They'd be pretty positive, especially so on hearing like the apology. They wouldn't really deem it as necessary. You get the sense that like most people like understand that like you probably went through a lot more than they did, and you kind of like did everything in your power to do the best you could. So they're not really like upset or anything about losing people as much as they're like happy for what you were able to accomplish.
Why am I attuned to the moonsicle? It's not even in the bag of holding. What?
It's just like daisy chaining items. It's like,
That's funny.
It's quite literally like you have 5 items attuned.
I unattuned you.
Perfect, thank you. I didn't need it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm also just gonna long rest to get all my HP back.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll say if any of you guys want to hit the long rest button for any reason, you can.
Yep, I would too.
Take advantage of it while you can.
Other than that,
nice long rest.
Anything else in Phandelver that you guys need to do, take care of, see?
Other than that, the morning when we wake up knowing that we're gonna be heading out, Aldiyn would order some honey, and he would take it out. He would take it out to Ralph's shrine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd go with him.
Yeah, and he'd do a little bit of a thank you.
Yeah.
And kind of hope that Ralph's doing okay out there.
You would see when you go to Ralph's shrine, you would see what looks like a small caricature of him drawn by probably some kid, you don't know specifically, but looks like some kid like drew a caricature of Ralph and left it there.
And I'll leave the honey there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think that wraps up Phandelver for me.
Cool. So you guys set out and pretty much like shortly after you set out, there is actually basically a carriage that arrives, specifically seeking to pick you all up and take you to Neverwinter. It would be sent by Lord Never himself.
Okay.
It seems like he's wants to request some sort of specific audience with you all at some time, like while you're in the city.
Him wanted to meet Lord Never. Or Trebrum, my bad.
That is true. A while ago.
Yeah, and then Payneless went, "You want to meet Lord Never." Now look.
Now look
You're
where
gonna
we
meet
are.
Lord Never.
So you guys getting in?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get in the carriage, and
we all die.
no, you feel it ride. It's a pretty nice carriage inside. You get the idea that it's like maybe like one of the ones that he specifically will take from time to time when he leaves the city. You can tell that like inside the carriage, soundproof to the outside, as you can like barely hear like the horses that are moving it. Amazingly smooth ride, and then you guys kind of like, do whatever like in the downtime. About after an hour, the carriage comes to a stop. Kind of peer out.
What's the holdup?
You see the gate of Neverwinter outside the window.
Interesting.
Magical, it's fast travel.
And you see, shortly upon arrival, you're kind of in the gate. There's like a short stoppage, and then it continues through. And it takes you like a little bit into the city, and then basically there's a small magic mouth that animates in the carriage and says, "You have arrived to Neverwinter. Please come see me at earliest convenience. You can just merely show up to the castle, state your names. Hope you enjoyed the visit. And thank you for saving our city." And then the magic mouth disappears, and you all are able to exit the carriage out into the streets of Neverwinter. You're probably somewhere near like the Protector's Enclave, like south side, so like pretty close to like the south gate, but a little bit inside of it. And the carriage kind of speeds off.
Oh. Well, do you guys want to go to the...
I need to go to a store.
You want to delay the meeting with the Lord Protector of Neverwinter?
Yes.
What do you need?
I need to. It's important, and if I don't go to the store, I'm going to feel upset.
What do you need?
we wouldn't want you to be upset meeting the Lord Protector of Neverwinter.
I'd say we deserve some time to ourselves.
I can't say that I also don't need to go shopping, but
maybe a
he did
quick
say
stop on the way.
he did say our earliest convenience, so
Yeah, but Spatha's gonna be upset otherwise.
yeah, we should fine. Let's go hit up the shop real quick.
I just need a general store. We don't need to go anywhere else.
Sure.
Okay.
So we can go to the general store.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have no problem finding just a nearby shop.
All right. I walk in.
Mm-hmm.
He walks in.
And I want to go up to the counter. And I
What
want
can
to
I
say,
do for you, lad?
I'm in search of a rare item.
Rare item, you say? Well, do you know its name?
I'm in search of something like this. And then I pull out a piece of paper. And then you look in player chat, and then you see what's on the piece of paper.
What on earth? What?
It's a picture of a bear. I need one of these.
You need a bear.
Yeah.
Why do you...
I need a stuffed bear.
A stuffed bear.
Oh, my friend. We've just suffered a loss to our party.
You see him reach under the counter, grab something, put it on the counter, and it is decently well crafted stuffed bear. And he says, "Normally I pull this out to sell to kids. I mean, if you want it, is serviceable?" You kind of hold it. You look at it. You see a small stitching on like where like all the stitching comes together on the backside that has like some initials that you don't recognize. ES. But other than that, and on that, you don't see any like damage marks. It's a little rough. It looks like it's been there for quite a while, but no like tears or anything like that. He goes, that would be like 1 silver.
Take a gold.
Well, thank you. You're very kind. Anything else I could interest? Anyone else need anything? I only have 1 of those, so.
No, we're good.
All right.
I'm good. Trebrum?
Yeah, I'm all right.
I'll do the rest of my shopping later.
That will help our friend very much. Thank you, sir.
You all have a good one now.
You as well.
May Helm protect you. I just like go over to Spatha and pat him on the back. It's gonna be okay, buddy.
What did you say the initials were?
ES.
Esteban Stalin. That's his name.
Eltrian
Okay.
Shortcloak.
His long lost twin.
Yeah.
So, the Lord Protector?
Yeah, but did you like my drawing?
It's a very good drawing.
I had some time while I was in our old hometown.
What a way to put it.
I don't want to speak its name because every time we do, something bad happens.
Or base of operation.
Okay. So you guys head off to see Lord Never? Okay.
Let's go.
So you make your way to kind of the front
Nevi.
front gate of the castle. And pretty much like on arrival, you see the 2 guards kind of like standing their posts, kind of step to the side. One pushes the gate open, kind of gestures you all forward. No words are spoken. You all proceed inside, I assume.
Yeah.
And kind of once you walk inside the castle itself, you're greeted to like a very long hall kind of chamber, very well lit. Various columns kind of decorating different like stories of like the catastrophes that Neverwinter has persevered through, kind of drawing in like art style around each of the columns. And you see kind of like at the far end, you see probably not where he typically is, but where he is in the current moment, what appears to be Lord Never seem to be talking to some sort of advisor down here at the far end. You see like a couple sets of staircases that go up to like a 2nd floor, and you assume that's probably like a couple floors like higher up than that. But it looks like he's down on the base floor, seemingly maybe expecting you all to be here and not wanting to kind of like escort you throughout the castle to like a certain room. You see, as you kind of like walk up, you see him kind of like note your attention and kind of wrap up with the advisor, and then starts to walk forward. And the guys, really?
Well, not as many of us now, but
don't get me wrong. I don't necessarily have a problem with the name. I mean, who am I to judge after you've saved us all? But yeah, heroes usually come up with more extravagant names. I was just surprised.
Well, each of us have our own unique names.
And yours?
Spatha, the shimmering great light of Phandelver.
That's a long one.
I've never heard anyone
And this
call
is
that.
my friend Trebrum the OK.
Not the okay. Trebrum the Helm.
And Aldiyn, guardian of the woods, reckoner of evil.
You really could have stopped. You know, you had it. You know, you even stopped yourself. You were like, that was good.
Reckoner or Guardian of the Woods was good.
Yeah.
Reckoner of Evil was kind of, it just felt
Okay, he's Aldiyn, guardian of the woods then.
There you
all right?
go.
Well, I mean, but now I have to attribute him with the credit.
I'm rolling. No. Can I roll intimidation?
Sure, go ahead.
On Lord Never.
Yeah.
The 14.
He's so scared.
You kind of like give like a small gesture of like, you know, like you like puff out your chest and stand up in your full plate armor. And you see Lord Never kind of just chuckle a little bit. Boy, I've seen a number of warriors, both less and more capable of you, walk through my halls here.
It was worth a shot.
I'm not here to start conflict. I merely wanted to meet the heroes and have a small, friendly discussion with them.
Well, it's an honor.
Oh, the honor's all mine in this case. I'm glad to see that you all have persevered through and still maintained a sense of lightheartedness and humor. Stuff like that sometimes breaks heroes. I wanted to say that the city of Neverwinter is going to do its best to kind of look out for Phandelver, sort of a big brother situation now that Phandelver is free of threat. We do think that kind of establishing it as a focal point between here in the cities of the south, Baldur's Gate, Waterdeep, etc., is kind of like a trade stop for merchants would be quite beneficial. So I want to thank you all for kind of establishing that, as well as that, what was his name? Gundren Rockseeker.
He's a good
one
man.
that reopened the Wave Echo Cave. I think that some of the mages here might want to visit down there at some point when that starts to become more of a, studyable and habitable location. I know one of my advisors had been sending messages with him and received word that he said it's still in a bit of a rough state right now, but things should be clearing up soon.
That did seem to be the sound of it, yeah.
Very good, very good. Well, in that case, I've arranged for rooms at you all at the Moonstone Mask while you're here. It'll be second floor, well, third floor of the room, second floor of the rooms, third floor of the tavern. So feel free to stay there while you're in town, all paid for and everything. Now, obviously, as you know, when you deal with figures in noble status and power and city leaders and stuff like that, they usually don't offer those services without some sort of favor in return. So, recently, I'm sure you've encountered the issue going on at the graveyard.
Yes, I wanted to ask you about that.
Former, I believe, friend of yours, former resident of Phandelver there, Darren Edermath, has been there kind of overseeing things.
Yep.
We've recently, some of the clerics have identified a source deep within crypt. I believe you all had gone in there before.
Yes.
Well, this source seems to be emanating something now, something worrying, and I'm sure if any of you have lived in this city before, I don't need to teach you about its history of stuff like this happening. I'd like to squash this before it becomes too big of an issue. The undead and stuff can be handled by the guards and paladins and stuff that exist currently in the time, but whatever's down there, I don't want to send any of my own men in there. I fear that their ability to handle the problem might be, well, pale in comparison to what the problem actually is. I can trust you all to look into this.
I think we had intended to anyway.
All right. Well, like I said, it's not a super urgent issue. Just at some time while you're, say within the next week or so, ideally. If you all could look into that, that would be much appreciated. Feel free to report back whatever you find down there. I'll send one of my messengers to come retrieve like a report of your accounts on your encounter in there. I'll send them to the Moonstone Mass Tavern. I'll probably send them to check in with you each night, just in case, until it's accomplished. Sounds good?
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you have a Thane?
A Thane? What do you mean?
Like a trusted, like a personal guard.
I don't keep anyone that close.
Why not?
That's how people in my position become betrayed.
Oh.
If I put anyone too close to me, that just puts them at threat, and then in itself puts me at threat. So I'll keep everyone a little closer than arm's distance, but as far as a Thane or someone of the sort, no need.
Well, if you need a thing, just like reach out to me.
You see yourself capable of this position?
Not yet.
I will say there's a big difference between navigating political matters and fighting bad guys.
Well, I really wouldn't be doing anything political. It'd be more like, if someone would try to assassinate you, where I'd foil a plot.
But I believe I've heard rumors you yourself have been dabbling in things that you don't quite understand, Spatha. You feel sound of mind and body enough to have other people trust you in a position like that?
That was the old Spatha.
Mm.
I'm a changed man.
He kind of looks to the rest of you. He's said that quite often, hasn't he?
Every single time.
Oh,
You heroes stick to what you're good at. I'll stick to what I'm good at.
I did have one other question about the graveyard. Do you
Yes.
or anyone else that you know of might have any more background knowledge on the origins of that place?
As far as the origins, I myself haven't done too much research into them. They've mostly been a thorn in my side. But from what I've heard from discussion with my counselors, it seems that, a most likely cause that they guess is that a family that was buried there in the afterlife seems to have made a deal of some sort, and it's allowed some entity or some place to connect to here.
I see. That would make sense. I know originally we believed it was connected to Netherese magic.
I think that theory's since been dismissed. Something else. But I have other business to attend to now. It's been a pleasure meeting you all. If there's any other questions, ask them now. I'll take that as a no.
So.
All right. Well, best of luck in your task. Don't worry. I will remain. The city of Neverwinter will reward you handsomely for taking care of this when it is absolved. You're dismissed.
I'm gonna give him a salute.
Okay.
I'll wave.
Aldiyn will
All right.
give a bow.
Okay. You three exit, escorted out of the castle gate, and are back on the streets of Neverwinter.
Hear that, guys? Do you hear what he said?
What?
You didn't catch it? Aldiyn, did you catch it?
He knows you?
It means he's looking for a Thane.
I don't think he is.
I think he explicitly said that he wasn't looking for a thing, actually.
Well, it just means that he needs to be convinced.
He said he didn't trust you,
up.
basically.
Don't you all? I feel like you are not in a position to really be looking for long-term employment. But,
Well, the long-term goal.
Sure.
Right now, I'm traveling with my two friends.
Aldiyn, you have family to visit?
I mean, I do. We're about equal distance from my family to also the mercantile shop. There was kind of something I wanted to handle first.
I kind of want to see your mom again.
That's
What?
It's a little.
Well,
Are you gonna ask her if anything unholy is going on?
For
Home wrecker.
for her cooking.
Yes. Well, how about we, do you mind if we swing by the shops first? I want to do some shopping quick before I swing by home.
Yeah, I'll follow. I think after everything, I'd like to, if we could go as a group to the graveyard.
at some point. I mean, obviously we will have to.
I mean, yeah, I don't. It feels odd to. It feels odd to maybe ask you all to wait maybe a day or two, but
I don't really mind.
I'd like.
Yeah, I got nothing to do.
I'd like to connect with home like during the night, but otherwise.
Yeah, I'd like to perhaps let's see how today goes, and that'll give me the timetable on what I'm working with.
Maybe we can look for some new friends.
3 people potentially
What's a
going to.
Lollicuff?
Hmm?
Oh, nothing.
I was just thinking 3 people going to Barovia is maybe not a good idea. So in the long term, we probably would want to look for people capable. But first, I wanna recoup some monetary losses we've had. We spent a lot of money here last time. I'd like to get some of that back now. So.
Gambling.
No, to the shops.
Ah.
Yeah, you all head out. I assume you're probably going back to the shop you bought magic items from last time?
Yeah.
Or would you go somewhere else?
I assume that's the best place to sell magic items, so I would head
It would definitely be the most open.
Yeah.
Okay. So you head back there.
That's nice.
You notice a different merchant currently operating the store. Looks like a younger guy. Oh, what can I help you all with?
What happened to the other guy?
What?
What happened to the other guy?
Multiple people.
There was
work
another
at
guy
it.
who was running the store. What happened to him?
Probably just not working today.
He's not on.
He's
till
not dead?
this weekend. No,
Oh,
he's,
okay.
he's not dead. Why would he be?
Well, I was just making
I'm
sure.
sorry. Who do you know him?
We're old friends.
What's your name?
Spatha.
I see you in the transaction log.
That's a
Yeah.
pretty good log.
Look how much money I spent.
Yeah, a sizable
we're-
amount.
Yeah, that makes us friends. Yeah.
I don't think that's how the business world works. Anyway, is there something I can help you all with? Are you looking to buy something, sell something?
Sell.
Sell. Yeah. What do you have to offer?
Well, and Aldiyn will pull out of the bag of holding the Staff of Power. I don't particularly have much use of this, and I imagine you'll be able to find quite the buyer.
Wow. Yeah. That's Where did you get that?
Let's just say we wrestled it from the hands of people who it was very bad to be in the hands of.
I see. And are you looking for cash or store credit?
Yeah, cash.
All right. Staff of Power. Think will run you. Oh, okay. Let's see. We've got this much funds work with. I could do.
I'm not selling my helmet.
I'm not asking you to sell your helmet.
I'm not gonna sell my helmet.
I could do 35,000.
Oh my god.
35,000?
Does that sound?
35,000.
Does that
No, it
sound
doesn't.
right to me?
It's probably a little low.
But it is.
Although you're
also-
probably guessing that he would probably give closer to the amount you were expecting if you were doing store credit.
And the problem is I don't want store credit.
What if we got store credit? Hear me out. Bought all of the items. Went to a different city and sold them.
I mean, realistically, this is probably fine.
30. This thing should be a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
Not really.
I mean, base level in the DMG, it has it at 50k
Mhm.
for purchase price. Some people have homebrewed it, obviously higher, but
Yeah.
this guy is also operating off the fact that, like, he only has you get the idea that this guy probably only has a certain amount of money that he can exchange, right?
Mm.
Since he's obviously not the owner of the shop, he's probably on a budget limit. But you're not actually sure if you could go to a different shop and necessarily get more.
How about, hear me out. I know how valuable of an item this is. Would I perhaps be able to take the gold amount and perhaps a collection of healing potions in turn with it?
I don't see why not. That would just make up for the credit difference.
Yes. What do you think we could work out on that? And what sounds?
Let's say an extra 5,000 in consumables.
Yeah. So we will do.
It doesn't just have to be health potions, or
Any consumable potions is fine.
I would prefer, I think. Yeah, I think we're gonna do. Then yeah, we'll do that, and we'll do. God, it would be. I have to do the math. It'd be. So we could do 3 superior healing, and then it'd be 10 greater.
Sure. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you splitting that up in any way? I assume. 1 and 3 to each person, then one person gets 4 graders.
I'll hold on to the 4 graders, I guess, for now. So I'll take those,
Okay.
and then 1 superior to each of us. So I've added my stuff.
Gotcha. Let me get Spatha, 1
Hi.
superior, and 4 graders. Get rid of this. 4, and then 2 Trebrum. Anything else you guys are looking to get?
I would I would first kind of walk back away from this guy with Aldiyn and ask him, "Do you want this arcane oil?"
What?
Because let me see if I can.
It is a substance that you can coat an arrow with, and it gives it +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls
And
with
I
a
can
coated
do
weapon or ammunition, and they're considered magical.
and I can do 20 pieces of ammunition.
I mean, sure. I mean, no.
Okay. Because I think I'm more likely to sell that than use it, so I'll just.
I mean,
give
I
it to
will
you as your-
I will find a use for it.
Yeah. All right.
No
so
way.
I'll get rid of the staff of power.
Okay, I put the arcane oil in your inventory.
Wonderful.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go back to the. Okay. I think. How much do you think these boots of striding is for you to go back for?
I could pick those up for 100.
100 gold.
Mhm.
Hmm. I don't know. These are pretty valuable. I was looking for a little bit more.
Feel free to hang on to them. I'd probably sell about 6-7 pairs of those a day. So
6, 7. All right. If they're so common, I'll sell it to you.
all right, 100 gold. You can add to your inventory.
I got something.
Yes.
Check this out. It's a blood sapper scimitar.
Mm.
Why'd you say it like that?
Ever seen something like that before?
Heard about it here and there.
Heard about it, but never seen about it.
Well, correct.
You want to know why? Because of how rare it is.
Enlighten me. How rare
Damn.
it is? Do you know where it comes from?
Do you?
I do.
Then
Do
tell
you?
me. Well, I want to hear you say it first so I know if it's true or not.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a deception check.
I'm about to use my inspiration. Not bad.
Oh, he beats you though.
Ooh.
So you see him kind of like give you a little bit of an intense stare, and he says, people use talking tricks on me quite often. I know information's valuable. Something tells me you don't know where it's from.
Maybe. Now, listen, I don't
You're
know.
looking to sell. You're looking to sell it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I can take it off your hands for 1,500.
Nope.
All right.
I'll keep it. I've been holding this thing for a long time. I'll watch one more day.
I have an inquiry. We
Yes.
stumbled upon this restorative ointment, and I was wondering if there was a way to restock on it.
Usually when you use it, it's gone, but I have some that you could purchase that are newly made.
I'll take one.
Yeah. That'll be 400.
Yep.
Yeah, you can just give yourself back the full charges on it.
Yep. Here.
Anything else any of you need?
And then I'm also then looking for +1 arrows.
+1 arrows. How many?
Yes. Just a reminder. What's your running price for them?
That'll be. We can do 1 golden arrow.
Can never be too safe. You got 200. You got 200 in stock.
We have 1,500.
I'll take 200.
You got it.
Don't think I'll be firing quite that many. I
Well,
sure hope not.
Turns out the magic arrow business is very lucrative, so owner went ahead and tries to scoop up as many as he can as often. They do sell like hotcakes, so
I think
a lot of hunters in the region.
yes. I think that will be it from here for me.
Anything for the two of you? Anything else?
No.
I think
Alright
I'm
then.
alright.
It's been a pleasure. I need to get this staff in a case. You see
Of
him
course.
walk around. It looks like he goes through a door to the back of the shop and disappears.
You think we just got scammed?
Yes.
Not with the store credit, no.
Those boots could have gone for more.
Oh,
I think he was trying to rob
in
me.
that regard. Of your blood scimitar?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
All right.
You wanted to visit my home? Trebrum?
Yeah.
He does like your mom.
I just like your mom's cooking.
And your mom.
I think we would be wise
Do not
to
say that.
watch that kind of language.
We won't say that.
I do not participate in any
Just say he likes. Okay, whatever.
devilish
You know what?
activities such as what
okay.
you are suggesting.
This works well. I need to ask my mother something anyway. So, and I was planning to go home at some point as well.
Oh, well, I'm feeling hungry.
Well, let's just hope they aren't too caught up in some business.
All right. You guys head to Aldyn's estate. And as you get there, it's strangely kind of quiet in this side of town. Not as many people out and everything.
Great.
You guys
What is a good sign?
pass through the front gate. Go to open the door, and as you open the door, you hear a large shout of people from inside the corridor. As you are all caught off guard, as there seems to be a surprise party for you all set up at this estate.
How the hell did they know?
Trebrum, Spatha, the two of you basically recognize Aldyn's parents and like nobody else in this. Aldiyn, You recognize most of the faces as like friends of specifically your father's that you've like seen like throughout the years in passing, him talking to and stuff like that. A couple friends of your mother's that you're a lot closer to, but most of the friends of your father's, some of them you haven't even spoken to in your entire life. And they all yell surprise, and your mom rushes forward and kind of greets you. We weren't sure when you were going to be stopping in.
I guess I'm glad I chose as soon as I could.
Well, we had promised everybody food regardless, so. But
that's good. Trebrum's been dying.
Hey, Mrs. A.
Eat your cooking.
You guys have food?
We do.
Ah, good heavens.
Yeah.
Oh, great heavens.
She kind of like says in a more hushed tone to you, Aldiyn. I know you probably don't know many of your father's friends here, but at least make appearances.
Of course.
You know, say a word or two to each of them, and then you all are free to, come and go as you please. It's just your father's making a big show of it and all.
What kind of like people?
He is. And you kind of, as soon as she says he is, you kind of like scan around, and you eventually do see him standing near like the side of like the staircase to go up to the second floor. Looks like he's talking with like one of his friends over there.
Of course. I'll do my best.
All right, thanks.
There is something...
Trebrum, you said food. Yeah.
There is something, if I could get your help with. I think you're the right person to ask. I'm looking to buy a ring.
We'll talk after the party.
Of course.
All right. Trebrum, you said food?
Yeah, what's on the menu?
Right this way. She kind of escorts you over to the dining hall area, where there's a bunch of food laid out, including pizza.
Yes.
From Caesar's.
I've been craving this.
Trebrum's favorite. It's Helm's delicacy, you know.
From Helmsies.
Mana from heaven.
What are you doing?
I'd probably just be mingling with people.
All right.
As I do.
I'm sure you've heard of him.
All right, you kind of float your way into a couple conversations with some nobles from Neverwinter, and you hear them talking about various political matters and business deals, and they seem to be celebrating the fact that like since this threat's taken care of and the situation the way to the south with Baldur's Gate's also been resolved, that people are a lot more open and trying to spend money and like kind of initiate trade and stuff. Things are going well for them. And a couple of them ask you about, describe some of the moments from your trial, your trials and tribulations, and asking, the classic adventure, like asking adventure questions. Oh, what great beast did you slay? Clearly people that haven't been in the field ever.
A dragon.
Just asking about like the highlights.
A lich disguised as a dragon.
Yeah,
those are the worst ones.
I would always be telling him, but it was a dragon.
It was a dragon.
Alright. So,
A mighty beast.
the party takes place for like most of the rest of the day. I don't know if you all would dip out earlier. I assume Aldiyn, you're staying till the end for
Probably,
the discussion afterward. But Trebrum, Spatha, are you guys dipping out? Or are you staying?
I'm
till the end?
staying.
I'll stay.
Okay.
I need
She'll
to see
stay,
this
and
through.
It's pretty good. At one point, Aldyn's father does kind of do like a little toast, calls out to Aldiyn, and kind of, you get the sense that it's kind of like him trying to publicly repair relations with a son that he definitely doesn't know that well, or hasn't spent a lot of time around. It's not necessarily disingenuous of an attempt from what you guys get. Like, he's definitely like doing this in an attempt, but it's kind of like, ooh, like it's up to Aldiyn whether or not this is like successful or not. Like, this is kind of out of your control, old man. Is like the impression that Spatha and Trebrum get. Aldiyn, I don't know how you feel about it or what you would do in response to it, but
would Aldiyn be able to speak publicly
Yeah.
to the crowd?
Mhm.
I'd like to thank my father for the kind words. Obviously, I have not seen most of you in many years, and I'm sure my parents maybe had quite a difficult time finding the right words to explain what exactly their son had been doing. And to many of you, I'm sure there is some confusion. The last time you saw me, I did not look like this. And that is because an adventurer's life is dangerous. And it comes with many costs. And without my friends, and some of the ones who aren't here, I wouldn't be here. Now, what I will say is that the city of Neverwinter raised me well. And everywhere I went, when times were tough, I had two thoughts in the back of my mind. The first was that helping people and protecting people was what the heroes of this city do best. And the second was that when things got tough, I knew I could give people comfort, relief, and make them feel like they had someone powerful at their back by reminding them of my family's name. I was not afraid to do that, despite the long time away from home. When I came back here for the Neverwinter Games, that was to show my growth. And I'd say I think we did pretty good, and I'll kind of cheers towards Trebrum and Spatha. And obviously, it feels good to be home. Thank you all.
At that point, you hear one person kind of like in the crowd of people, and there's probably about like 35 individuals here in total. Most of them older folk, of course. You hear one of them, like from the crowd, kind of say, "Heard you're taking on tasks from Lord Never now."
Yes. The graveyard's been a problem for a long time. We're gonna see what we can do about it. By Helm's will, and I'll kind of point towards Trebrum.
We're doing good in this world now. With Aldiyn, we would have never made it this far.
And you hear that same voice from the crowd. And at this point, Aldiyn, you're kind of like looking out for the individual.
Mm-hmm.
And you realize that the individual's in the back of the crowd, alone. Dressed all black suit, definitely overdressed for the event. Nobody near him. And in fact, it almost looks like everyone in the crowd isn't aware that he's there. And you hear him shout out, "Well, how about that for the son of Mordai?" And at this point, you see the individual in the black suit vanish into a puff of black smoke from the room. And you kind of instantly hear that, questioning what they just said. Look over. You see your father also clearly saw the individual. But nobody else did. Everybody else still just kind of celebrating and cheering after your speech finished.
Like Aldyn's smile kind of breaks, and he kind of makes eye contact with his father.
You see your father kind of looking at, like, almost like cold staring at the spot. And then kind of look towards you and kind of give like a half smile. Like, you can definitely see that there's some worry there, but he's trying to like put it behind him for now, for the moment. All right, at this point, your mom comes up and gets you and says, "Okay, we're gonna start wrapping this up now, so you all can get to it, and we can talk about that thing you wanted to talk about before too late."
Yeah.
So over like the next 20-25 minutes or so, everybody's slowly escorted out of the building, and at the end, it is your father also doesn't leave the building, but just goes upstairs to his study. And it is left with you, your mother, Trebrum, and Spatha in the foyer.
Aldiyn, do you want us to be here? Is this a sensitive conversation you wanted to have?
No, it's fine. I was exhausted.
Well, I think
Your
you
father,
earned it.
I mean, it's going to help him in business and stuff, obviously, but I think it's...
Of course.
I was against it. He's kind of using your fame to capitalize for himself.
Like I said,
You're your own person.
I didn't lie with what I said. When there were people in trouble, and I felt like it gave them a sense of comfort, or it was good for them to know, and I used the family name, so it's not like I've divorced myself fully. And, well,
Anyway.
Yes.
Discussion about a ring, huh?
Yes. I had thought about it last time I was in the town, and it was apparent that it was probably not a good idea to do that, knowing I was going to be out on a potentially life-threatening mission. Not that things have necessarily fully cleaned up, but I think now's the right time.
Good on you. There's a lot of men out there who decide to break the hard questions right before they leave because they're afraid to face the answer. So, I have an idea in mind. So, if you'll allow your mother to take care of the ring, I think what would be the perfect thing.
Would you allow me to at least pitch in for the price?
Of course.
What are you looking at?
If you have 200 gold on you, I think that'll suffice.
Yeah. I know.
All right. Let your mother work her charm.
I'll trust you with the endeavor.
First thing in the morning.
Wonderful. I noticed that they weren't here.
Yes. They're... Well, Lizette's been quite busy lately, with all of the influx of new trade, and especially with what Lord Never's trying to push with Phandelver. She's kind of taken front on that, as I think she told you before. But
Yes.
she's been extremely busy. She told me to pass the message along that she was free tomorrow if you wanted to... Well, she wanted to see you, of course, but...
That works out perfectly.
Okay, well, I'll leave it up to you to go tell her yourself and find her.
Yes, of course. I'm gonna, I want to have a word with Father real quick.
Go, by all means, go on up there.
And I'll kind of wait for her to walk away a little bit, and I'll turn to Trebrum and Spatha. Did they see him?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
They did.
Oh, who? Do you think that could have been linked to your father?
Absolutely. The name he used was not my father's normal business associating name.
Isn't your father,
Yes.
I don't mean to be rude, like some kind of fiend or deals with fiends?
Little quieter.
Or, yeah, I'd be like whispering this part. Super whisper.
Yes. And in particular, that is the name he uses in that regard.
I see.
I think we'll see how comfortable he is. If he doesn't want you all in the room, it'll be a private conversation, but I'd like to go see what he knows about that.
At this point, Spatha
I
and
understand.
Trebrum, each of you give me investigation checks.
Oh, nat 20.
That's right. Spatha with a 15. Aldiyn's kind of talking to you, and you're trying to think back on the individual, because you had a different perspective than Aldiyn did. Aldiyn was kind of looking at him face on. You and Trebrum were off to the side, and you're thinking from your side. You're like, is there anything that I could remember about him? But you can't have anything come to mind in terms of anything that stood out to him. Just all black suit, very well kept, and then just vanished. Smoke gone. Clean. Trebrum, with your nat 20, you're also thinking back from opposite viewpoint, because you were over next to the food while Spatha was talking to people. And you specifically remember there was like an emblem on his like left shoulder. And it was stitched in, and it was all black. So there's no color to it. So it was kind of hard to make out against the black suit. But you saw this symbol kind of weaved in to the suit, and I'll put it in player chat.
Ooh, I don't think we've seen that before.
We've not.
Would I have also felt any kind of demonic or fiendish presence coming from him? Like, would I have remembered that? Like, whenever I first saw him?
No,
Just 'cause of my connection with Helm?
no fiendish or demonic presence. No.
Okay. I would tell. Well, Aldyn's upstairs, but I would like whisper to Spatha what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
I acknowledge it.
Okay. So we flash to upstairs. Aldiyn, as you kind of knock on the door of your father's
Parchment
study,
ears.
kind of he motions you in. You step inside. You saw him too.
Oh, we're just getting right to that. Yeah. And I heard him.
I figured that's why you came up here.
Of course, doesn't mean it's the only thing we have to talk about, but sure, let's get into that.
Business first, small talk later. There's only a few people who know that name. Obviously, I'm sure you know where they all come from.
I do.
There was ill intention there, but not from me.
For me.
Indeed.
I was gonna say, he seemed particularly focused on what I'm doing.
I don't know what form or when, but I feel like you'll encounter that individual again. You'll probably be able to learn more then.
But you know him.
I know probably what they're associated with. I would tell you, but I cannot.
Contract? Or just...
Messy. Messy contract.
Any advice?
Don't keep your words at a minimum. If you are unsure of the intentions of an individual, so obviously one like this can present himself in many ways. Use as little words as possible. One of those types tends to be a messenger for something bigger. And the last thing you need is one figuring out information about you that they've known about me for quite a long time. Not in terms of specifics, but just generally. That's all I know, though, and can speak of. How are you doing?
It's an odd feeling. We were victorious, so that's good. It's a high.
First feeling of renowned success, yeah?
Not the first, but you weren't quite here for the Neverwinter Games.
That is true. I heard about your spectacle. It's made me proud.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't physically have the body of the tiefling anymore. Was that mark really just a birthmark, or was there more to it?
All I can say is you'll probably find out when you're at the right place. it'll help you. But you'll have no problem telling most people that it's just a birthmark. What sparked your curiosity in it?
I've always been curious about it. It's just, it becomes an odd feeling when the people you do trust, you tell them the honest truth to what you know, which is that it's just a birthmark, and you can't help but notice that they are worried that that might not be the case. And when other people worry about it, especially those close to you, you can't help but worry about it yourself. I'd like to think, or I'd like to have thought at least, that when I came back like this, I didn't have anything to worry about, but I figured it couldn't hurt to ask.
Honestly, that change in form might be to your benefit in the long run.
I think so. Probably more than I know, but so far it's been helpful. And it helps that the people who it matters most to me don't particularly find it problematic. Though I'm sure it's not the easiest workaround for you. Bugbear's not quite the form you want to be pitching around a
That is true.
boy.
Although, listen, I wanted to do this today because I'm aware I don't have as much time as I like to put us on even ground again. I did what I thought was right while you were growing up and, well, doing the best I could to set you up for success. But I realized that something your mother was always better at than I was actually caring for you, being there in person. And I guess now it's hard to realize that I don't have a lot of time like that left, and you know why, and well, I'm the only one else who knows why.
You should. And I mean this. In case I can't find a way to do it. You should do your best to make sure that Mom has the right resources, and good ones that won't come back to bite her without her knowing it. For when that happens. Because, and you don't need to know why, there's a good chance that when I'm done with everything I'm doing here, I'm not gonna...
You're leaving.
Precisely. And I'm not leaving in the way where I'll be able to make frequent visits.
I'm aware of your deal.
Interesting. Can't say I was
I'm
expecting that.
I'm aware of a lot of deals.
I wonder if that implies that my deal superseded something that caused you a problem.
My problem, well, now your problem, it's not related to that. And honestly, it's gonna push their agenda because, well, they'll eventually figure out that they're not gonna have all the time in the world to get to you. Once you go, you're gonna be out of reach for everyone here.
I don't get... I'll be honest with you. Why am I so important to people? To these bigger picture figures? I looked Tom in the eye, and I'll be frank with you, I don't think he saw me as a bigger picture player. I think he saw me as a fluke. And that's honestly what I expect most people to see me as, and that works in my benefit. But there's some powers out there that very much seem like they know something about me that I don't.
How can I explain this to you in a way that won't hurt me?
If you can't, don't.
There's some things out there that don't see life in its normal progression. Zostom is not one of these.
Things that see fate.
Whoever sent that is one. They don't have to deal with you because of what you've done.
What I might do. What I could do.
He nods his head. The moment you all succeeded against Zos, it solidified a future that most people were betting against.
I hope for your sakes you weren't one of those.
I don't place bet on people's futures anymore. I've lost enough money doing that in the past. All I do now is protection services. Most importantly, stuff that allows me to serve as the shield for your mother.
I got two more things. Is there anything I could do that would benefit the family in a positive way to help Mom? Anything that you aren't able to do, or that you aren't willing to tell her because it might make you look weak? Anything I can help with?
She would hate me to say this, but if things go well, nothing you do would affect it. If things go poorly, you honoring your deal and leaving would give your mom solace knowing that, in the end, you're beyond harm's reach.
You know, people sometimes say things to me, and when they say it, the weight of it is very obvious. That might be one of the grimmest things I've heard someone say to me. And I literally just looked an archlich in the face. The other thing I wanted to say. I've been away for a long time. And that gives me a lot of time to think. It gave me a lot of time to look back. And I don't think that you ever acted in a way that was meant to hurt me. I think you understood exactly what I needed to try to navigate through this city at a young age. And I don't think it was your fault that a lot of those things went south. In that regard, as my father, I appreciate what you did for me. Just know that most of my lingering resentment and dislike towards you comes to the fact that, well, I know and you know, and it all comes back to Mom. Because if there was anyone who probably got the worst end of this deal, it was her.
I have nothing to say, I agree.
Good.
All I can do now is make up for lost time.
Good. I'll deal with that when it comes my way. I'll figure it out. That's what we always do. Well,
I wish you the best, son.
I'd wish you the best too, but I get the feeling a lot of my wishes aren't gonna help you, so just stay on your toes and try not to make your situation any worse, Dad. And the food was good.
Such a funny word, isn't it? wish.
I really don't like when you say things like that.
Oh, that's the typical word that people say when they make mistakes and such. Oh, I wish I didn't do this. Oh, I wish I know about this. I hear a lot about it in the contract world. Problem is contracts are iron tight. Wishes are about the loosest thing in the world. Interpretation so muddled, but yet people look to it as a hope anyway.
Neither's perfect. Both are flawed. In the end, the best we can all settle with is our own will. What we can do, what we do, that we have control over. Even when people say, and even when I've seen, that there are powers above us. In the end, I truly do believe we get it. We have our own choices. You just have to be content with them. I believe that. Have a good night.
Well, yes, I should get to bed as well. It was a pleasure talking, as always. At this point, you see him turn around and close this book that he had open, stand up, and looks like he's getting ready to retire for the evening.
Aldiyn will head back. We'll head back down.
Mm-hmm. All right. Assume at this point the three of you are going to head to the Moonstone Mass to retire for the night.
Mass.
All right.
Hate that place.
Dude,
So you guys head back, and
Helm lives there.
That'd be crazy.
get a nice long rest in. Get some food or snacks for the evening if you'd like. You can stop by. Breakfast in the morning.
I would like to, assuming we have some private time in a room or something, I'd like to ask Aldiyn, did your dad end up knowing anything about that figure?
Yeah, unfortunately, like a lot of fiends, he has to stay tight-lipped because of deals he's made. My understanding is he's some kind of messenger, and that, they don't necessarily have anything to do with my father as much as they have things to deal with me. So, I expect we'll see more of that individual and the person he works for.
I see.
He also recommended that if we keep running into things that might be tied to it, we should keep our words short and try not to say too much. That's what they thrive on.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
All right. I know Aldyn's got a plan for the day. The other two?
A little R&R is in action.
A little
Okay.
R&R.
I
Oh.
would like to, while I'm sleeping, I'd like to reach out to Helm.
Sure. What are you reaching out to say? What
I
are you
would-
trying to greet him with?
Yeah, I'd be.
I'll be back real quick.
I'd like to speak with him just to catch up on major events that have happened, and also to ask about the graveyard situation.
Sure.
Specifically, like the potential of a family making some kind of deal with an entity. Down in the tombs that we saw.
Yeah. So you kind of reach out, and you hear kind of a booming response. You don't see him present himself or a figure of himself at all, but you hear a booming response. Hey man.
Hey,
yeah, about that.
yeah,
I know that you're also down some friends, yeah?
I am.
You got some big stuff to
Unfortunately.
take care of. Don't worry.
Unfortunately.
Something's been arranged. You know
What do you
where to
mean by
go.
that? Something's been arranged.
Something's been arranged. You know where to go. Hey,
I know where to go.
sleep well.
Where? That doesn't give me
Helm
anything.
out! And
What?
you see him vanish. The voice fades away.
I just turn over in my sleep in a fit of rage.
Before you would have gone to
The worst god.
Before you would
He
have
used to be so much better.
Before we would have parted, I would have gave Trebrum and Spatha both 9,000 gold.
Gotcha.
What?
I thought
I would...
I thought I was going to need more money for the ring situation than I really did. So it's not like I single-handedly wrenched the Staff of Power from those three's hands. So I figured
Yeah,
we'd...
man, I mean, it's a ring, and you know, like the common folk have to be able to like save
no,
up
I
to
know.
buy it.
I know. Yeah, I got a lot more money than I realized, so might as well, I'll give you 9,000. I'll give Spatha 9,000 gold, and we'll go from there.
Thank you.
So if you want to do some additional shopping,
I might check out some additional potions or scrolls. Well, not scrolls.
by the way, I don't see it. Did you move that scroll over to me yet, Payneless?
Oh, I don't think I did.
I would love to have that scroll of Revivify.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Revivify.
Give me a
You
second.
never know when we might need it.
Trevor's gonna take his medicine.
What does that mean?
like
He's taking-
legitimately.
He's taking his holy NyQuil right now.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know you had that.
Pretty holy. I hate Helm.
There you go.
Whoa!
hate Helm?
Whoa!
You hate him?
Crazy.
Just outright.
Out of character.
Oh, okay.
Oh, out of character.
In character, he's pretty annoyed. I'm gonna grab some water real quick.
I mean, I guess.
Imagine if that was the start of like Trebrum's villain arc. just Alm giving him a vague ass answer, and he's I'm done with this shit.
God can't always be specific.
I'm tired of this
He's
shit,
kind of-
man.
he's kind
I'm
of
gonna
been, like,
fucking
he's kind of
kill
been
him.
overstepping his bounds, and finally Helm got a little, Helm got a little message on the wind saying, "Hey, stop fucking doing that with him."
It turns out when
Oh
you're
my God,
turns
shit.
out when your chosen warrior kills an archlich, people start taking note and go, "Wait a minute, how much you've been paging that dude? Tone it down a little bit. Keep your sendings to 10 words or less, dude."
Yeah, we need vague answers. You can't tell them how to fix the world. You gotta let them figure that out.
I guess.
You can just say, "Hey, go somewhere."
I guess as night falls and Trebrum does that, Aldyn's never tried it. He's gonna just try to focus and meditate and see if he can. You have 9,000 gold.
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why?
because I gave
Aldyn gave it to
9,000
you.
to you and Trebrum.
Hold
To split
that
the wealth a
Aldiyn.
little
I'll
bit,
be
yeah.
right back.
Perfect. Split the wealth a little bit. I don't think I needed quite as much of the gold. I know you already have a lot, but
Well, I don't have any.
what did you do with it all?
I'm being truthful.
You had so much earlier.
Right.
He
What-
spent
And
it
it
on
just
the bear.
magically disappeared, I promise.
What did you do? Oh, that's a little bit of a restock for you in case you need to go get anything.
How much gold do you have by chance?
Me? A lot.
How much?
I still
Don't
have...
answer that question.
Trebrum has 9,169.
Like, I just gave him 9,000 of it.
Before he only had 169.
Trying to remember what's the... I need to go quick look at her rules to remember what the conversion rate is. Is it 100?
Yeah, it's 100.
Okay, so I have some platinum still. Okay, so I have... I have 17,000 gold still.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't have anywhere near that. I have about 9,000 on the dot.
That's crazy. Did you lose all your money when you died and came back again?
Okay. I'm back.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah,
I did this really funny thing where I was holding this bowl of popcorn
Get
that I was snacking on,
I think I
and it
have
had
Oh,
like
popcorn.
it had like butter topping on it, right? And I went to set it down, and I set it down on the bag, and it flipped over and poured out all over my mat.
Oh no.
Which normally wasn't a problem because it was just popcorn, so cleaning that up was easy.
What is
But
butter?
the fucking butter topping left a giant stain on it, so I had to To go wet that down and clean that out real quick. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
So
So,
I was
that's
just
taken care of.
we were just talking about somehow Spatha has no money now, and I didn't think that was the case
That's true.
a
I
handful
don't
of
have any
sessions
money.
ago. Well, he does now.
Did you just give a bunch of money? Yeah,
I
yeah.
did just give it. Well, yeah. But hey.
New
no
influx of funds.
Yeah. So
Yeah, no money.
I think Aldiyn would try to
None at all.
focus and concentrate and see if he can get any kind of connection to Fade, because he has questions.
You get nothing.
Wonderful. Honestly, expected.
Mm-hmm.
I guess she'll
Okay.
talk to me when she wants to.
That's how it works with these things.
Fade.
Okay.
Hey, just like hell.
So, come to the morning, and as you guys kind of head out, I don't know if you're going the same place or separate ways. Where are you going in the morning? After breakfast and all.
I talk to them and say, well, morning, guys.
There actually is something I want to do
Now that he has
after we
money.
eat.
What's that?
I want to go and look if I can't find any information about some things.
Okay. So Spatha's gonna set off for information. Are you guys joining him or doing your own things?
I'm largely, if I can get away with it, try to spend as much of the day with Lizette. So if you guys
That
need
makes
me,
sense.
I will be over there.
What are you gonna do?
Catch her up on everything that's happened, talk with her, see if she has the time in the day to maybe get a meal and just relax and catch up.
And then?
I have a lot
That's
of
kind of a private
I have a
information.
lot of important things to talk to her about. Perhaps today is not the best day, but you know what, Spatha? You never know.
Yeah, well, keep me in the loop.
No.
What are you gonna do, Spatha?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah, who exactly are you gonna
Dude,
be
why are you
talking to?
asking? It's private information.
Well, you just
What
asked.
do you- I know what you're
something-
gonna do. You're gonna be like, oh, helm.
You know what, Spatha?
I'm actually
If
kind of
you
mad at home
if
right
you
now.
get a bird, if a bird comes to you and tells you to stay the fuck away from me, you know it's happening. How about that?
Whatever. I am gonna go look for information.
Okay.
Yeah,
So Spatha sets off for information.
well, I'm letting them know.
Oh, okay.
Keep us in the
I'm
loop.
letting them know. I'm setting off for information, and then I lean close. Wait, can I bring you guys closer? I'm trying to find out information on my father
That makes sense.
and the Dragonborn.
Oh, Frostwood.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have been really curious about him. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Well,
Spatha turns, sets off.
What's
Aldiyn
plan,
also
Trebrum?
short to leave.
In case I need to find you, Trebrum, what are you?
you'd most likely find me around the graveyard. I'm gonna look to connect with Darren.
Okay.
All
We
right.
should probably unless something comes up today, I imagine we'll be good to get on the graveyard stuff tomorrow. Unless you need more sleep. I mean, you are in, no offense, man, some rough shape.
I am.
It probably
I am.
doesn't hurt to see if you could take it easy to try to ease some of that off you.
Painless. How many exhaustion points do I have right now?
After the long
I
rest,
I
and
rested
the last
twice,
day,
right?
Yeah, you have 4.
You might be able to
Yeah.
chop some of that down today if you take it real easy, my man.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
do have the Moonstone Mask
There-
does have a spa that you can go to through the portal in the Feywild.
Oh my.
Wow,
Wait, what?
that sounded really
What?
good for a minute, and then you added a couple of words there.
Through a portal in the Feywild?
Well, yeah, they got this magic spa.
Is it secure?
Yeah. It's what I
Uh-huh.
said with the Moonstone Mask. It's not just open.
Only 1 in
Okay.
10 adventurers don't come back. It's fine.
I
Ralph
like
might be there.
I like start to go out because I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna connect with Darren, and then I'm gonna stop by the church and do all this stuff, and then I like take a step and I like fall on my knee, and I'm like, maybe I still need some rest.
Your knee does that weird thing where it just like buckles for like a split second, and you're just like.
It's been bad for yeah. It's been bad for a bit now.
Did you
So,
tell me
so
about
I'm
that
gonna go-
symbol, by the way?
Yeah, I would have
You
also
would've told me?
you about
Okay.
that one. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
I would go instead rest for the day, most of the day, and go to the spa if possible.
Yeah. Your day is quite relaxing, Trebrum.
Quite
the spa
relaxing.
helps you shed 2 extra levels of exhaustion. You pretty much
feels
spend the
good.
whole day there, and one of the key things about this spa is you feel like the ambient magic, like in the air, kind of around it from the Feywild, helps with. It almost feels like it elongates the amount of time you spent there relative to how much time has actually passed.
Oh, okay, so it feels like I'm there for longer.
Yeah,
I would
it
just
feels
be-
like you basically got like a day and a half's worth of rest for like an afternoon.
I'd be kind of delirious from feeling so good, and I'd be like looking up in the air and be like, "Wish you were here right now, Helm."
Okay. We'll go to Aldiyn next. As you kind of go seek out Lizette, you would find her at her parents' estate. Seemingly, kind of, sort of, you get the idea that she was probably waiting on you to arrive. And you guys she would take you out to a specific spot near the Blue Lake District that she especially likes to sit at. And she has like a little bit of food prepared and stuff like that. So, and then you both would sit down and start to get to your discussion, whatever you want to talk about.
How much time do you actually have today?
The whole day.
Wonderful. You're busy, I heard.
Yeah, things have been picking up with I mean, it's good for the town and good for us. It's just Gudrun's a little scatterbrained, so trying to keep track of, the things that he's exporting and the amounts and what he's promising and stuff like that. I have to constantly keep on track of that, make sure he's not over promising anything.
You should probably see about getting him some kind of assistant.
He's turned me down 3 times.
Maybe see if saying I think it would be a good idea. If you throw my name in, maybe he'll bend a little.
I'll pass the message along from you then.
How about,
if that doesn't work, I don't know what will.
Why don't we phrase it as if he has an assistant, he'll have more time to focus on, his passion than the paperwork.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I'll draft up something later.
I think that would do good. So what do you know about, and what do you want to know about?
I mean, how do you feel about it all?
I mean, on one hand, we defeated an archlich and leaders of a mind flayer cult that were ready to tear our entire realm apart at the seams, so I feel pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be crazy going from, well, I mean, what you had accomplished before, no offense, but to that, I mean, there's not many people in the realm that can say that they've done something on a similar level.
You don't really get to realize the feeling of accomplishing the dream you've always had is an odd one. We used to always say we wanted to be heroes. I mean, I would be doing a disservice to myself and my companions if I said I didn't accomplish it.
I wonder how the rest of them are doing these days.
I mean, seems like they're at least doing honest work.
That's good.
My understanding.
Can't say that I wasn't worried about a couple of them. There a few times.
When I got word that Aldiyn had stopped in Phandelver, used my name, and then went south, I was so concerned. Because honestly, Phandelver was bad, but my understanding was everything south of Phandelver was much worse at the time. So to know he wound up tracking his way back and kept an eye on Wayback Cave, that was reassuring.
Yeah.
I would... At some point, I'd like to talk with them. Just to...
I'm sure you'll find him again. I mean, at this point, I feel like you could just request an audience with someone and you just might get it, regardless of who it is.
It's such an odd... That's a very dangerous thing to...
I mean, hey, you have me for the day, don't you?
I do. I didn't have to request that, though.
No, but I had a feeling that you would have if you didn't already have me.
That was honestly the first thing on my priority list, but, were you at least invited to my family's estate?
Oh,
Yesterday?
yeah, of course. I was, like, probably not... I mean, your mother stopped by personally.
Good. I will be honest, there is something about walking into home and seeing tons of faces that I only loosely remember and not seeing you or your family. That is a little... It makes you wonder for a second if my parents had a finger on anything that I had been doing for my entire life, but of course my mother had it handled.
Yeah. Yeah, your mom tried. She pleaded, but unfortunately I couldn't get free yesterday, but
Honestly, it was
I had
probably...
promised her. I said, well, if he stops by tomorrow, I'll be free. Yes.
Honestly, it's probably better that you wound up being busy. It was the whole...
Yeah, was the event not fun?
I
Talking
wouldn't...
with your father's friends?
I wouldn't say not fun. I will say, 20 years of awkward, unanswered questions? That's partially my fault, but it does feel a little good to come back and, even if some of them don't mean it, to have them look at you like you're a hero.
Mm.
Kind of brings the whole thing full circle.
Yeah.
I think the most difficult thing about all this is that, is Ralph. He got what he wanted. He's a bear again.
Did you get to say goodbye?
He didn't have a lot of time, but I mean, he started his goodbye with me, and obviously that means a lot. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever heard him say so many nice things.
Yeah, he was figuring out how things worked in the world for himself for quite a while. So
It might be silly to say, but I think there was a way that even after defeating Zostam, that I think the thing that really makes me confident that everything's the way it is and I've done everything right and I'm the type of person I want to be was that Ralph acknowledged that I'm damn good at what I do.
yeah, you did have that goal to, help him out. He was your closest friend, especially on these travels. So being able to help someone just get to where they want to be, doing everything in your power to help someone else it can be rewarding. I'm glad you got to experience that. I know you'll miss him, but it's a bit bittersweet knowing that, he got to where he wanted to be.
We were lucky to have him. Really were.
Oh, I'm not going to be picking up the blade and fighting by your side anytime soon. I hope you weren't hoping for that.
I would be lying if there wasn't a thought.
Oh.
But I understand that's not in the cards anymore.
I merely like to battle on the field of words, not on the field of combat.
I'm not gonna lie, I would be remiss to say that we don't need that right now. But we'll find somebody.
I guess you'll have to learn a lesson or two from me then. And take it with you on your travels.
Oh, I try.
At this point, we will flash over to Spatha.
Yeah.
You're searching around town. Where are you searching for this information?
Well, I would first probably ask around and see if like there's any places where I would say crime is, but like where
Eh,
where crime is.
well, I'm just saying. I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
for like I'd be asking people where I could get where I could talk to who could give me information,
Okay.
and I'd be willing to
A
pay.
majority would say how much.
It's just how much for the price? Let's just say that isn't important.
Okay.
Money doesn't matter.
Give me an insight check. This is gonna be like your general ability to read how much you think people will provide you in value of information versus how much they're asking.
Okay. It's gonna be bad.
8. So in an 8, you end up dropping about 700 gold in total.
Okay.
A couple of them lead to pretty dead ends. One of them has something of value to it. And you hear about an individual who an individual who takes the gold leads you to another one who speaks only from an alley behind a door, where they slide open like a door thing, and they say, "Your question."
I'm looking to find information on a couple of names.
Ask in a form of a question.
Oh. Sorry, your voice threw me off. Have you heard of the name Albus Pula?
Are you asking me specifically?
I suppose it just have you heard the name passed around?
Yes.
Do you know where I can find him?
50 gold for another question.
What? Okay, fine. Here's 50 gold. Let's shove the 50
There's like a little tray that you can deposit the gold into.
Okay, so I just shove it into the tray. Here,
Yeah, you
50
shove it in
gold.
the tray, and you hear the tray close, and the gold just kind of like scatter to the ground on the other side of the door. And the person goes, "Repeat the question."
God. Alright. Do you know where I could find this man? Albus Aquila.
Yes. He is in Avernus.
Whoa!
Whoa. He's in where? Avernus.
Avernus.
Okay.
Do you have another question?
Yeah, okay, 50 more gold. Is he alive? Is he like in there dead?
He is not alive.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. I just want to make sure. Okay, 50 more gold. How about 150 right now. Okay, how about Frostford? Do you know where I can find someone named Frostford? He's a Dragonborn.
Frostford.
I started describing him. I just started describing the Dragonborn.
Okay. Here the entity seems to be listening.
I try to give him the best description I can of like what he looks like, just so like I can, help him out.
Eventually, currently on an island far away,
And the island.
seeking a tomb of some kind.
And the tomb's name. 54. Fine. Here. The tomb's name and the island location.
I do not know the tomb's name.
Do I get a refund?
You feel it. You see the 50 gold just shoot back out onto the ground in front of you.
Okay, okay.
The island is called the Isle of Serpents in the Plain of Orth.
Plain of Orth? Hold on. What was the name of it again?
Orth. Isle of
the other
Serpents.
Okay. Isle
of Serpents.
Yeah, Isle of Serpents.
And the entity said,
in Plain of Orth.
In a plane on Orth.
Okay.
You get the sense that it's not here in Faerun.
Right. So. Great.
Another question.
Okay. It was still 150. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here, 50 gold. I'm looking for. Ooh. Do you know of what's happening with the Zentrum member known as Halia?
Currently being taken to headquarters to be executed.
Oh, good. Nice. Cool. I ain't gonna save her.
Another question.
No, I think that's actually it. That's all I need to know for now. I think it actually puts me on a good track.
Good day. And the
Oh,
doors
okay.
and the little thing that she's talking through slams shut and the tray closes.
Okay, well that's
And
I
at this
gotta
point,
go
you
tell my
realize
friends
that
about
the person who escorted you here, long gone.
right. I'm gonna mark where this is mentally,
Okay.
just in case I want to come back to this later.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, I'd be done. That's all I needed for the day.
Okay. At this point, we flash over to the entrance of the Never Death Graveyard.
Ooh.
As suddenly, kind of a little bit later into the evening, a flash of light from one of the corners of the graveyard. As large figure, hammer kind of crashing into the earth below him, as he kind of lands on one knee, stands up. Daggerak, you look around to see random scattered tombstones, a couple tombs and crypts here and there. You see guards, kind of a couple of them starting to walk over to you, kind of a little bit cautiously. You look out, it's evening, sun's going down in the sky. You can feel, as you stand here, you feel there's something wrong nearby. It's related to what you were planning to search for, but you didn't expect to arrive here now. What are you doing?
Are the guards still walking towards me?
Yeah, they're kind of like cautiously approaching you. They don't have like their swords up or anything. They kind of have like a shield up, and they're not like quite in distance to be able to like talk to you yet, to like ask you anything.
Okay, I'm gonna start walking towards them.
Okay. You just kind of like take a couple steps towards them, and they kind of like stop in their tracks. They go, "Who are you?"
I put my hands up, and I say, "I don't know where I am."
They're in the city of Neverwinter.
I'm unfamiliar.
Unfamiliar. Where do you come from?
I come from Thane.
You see one of the guards looks to the other one, shrugs, looks back.
Do you have someone higher in
Follow
command
us.
I can speak
Follow
to?
us. You see them turn and they start leading you to what you assume to be the entrance of this place. It's kind of like an open gate area. You see a man standing there, a drow man, kind of white hair, kind of wearing pretty prominent plate armor. You just the guards say you just showed up.
I'm as confused as you are.
Well, judging by the look and everything, you seem to be some sort of paladin.
Yes, I suppose that's the word for it. I am a Knight of the Silver Flame.
I have no idea what that is.
All right.
Were you? How did you manage to? Were you looking for something?
Yes, I was looking into. I was looking into a group that may be that may have nefarious plans for my world and the others that may be around it.
Okay. Knight of the Silver Flame. You said Thane. Well, my name's Darren. Pleased to meet you. We'll see if we can sort this out. I might know an individual or two who might be able to help.
Great.
If you don't mind waiting here, I'll go
Of course.
fetch them. All right. You see him
Anything I
set
can
off.
do, just let me know.
Yeah. You see some of the guards here, like a couple of them loosely approach you and kind of ask about like the weapon you have, the armor, place you come from, what the Knight of the Silver Flame means. 'Cause they come like, wow, that sounds kind of cool. What is that? What do you do? And you just kind of like make general small talk with them while you're waiting. Back to Aldiyn. At this point, sun's starting to get a little lower. It's evening. You seemingly didn't feel like time passed as much, but just sitting out here all day talking.
I have some things I need to tell you. First,
Yeah.
we plan to help deal with what's going on in the graveyard. But after that, I don't know the whole story yet of how it's going to happen, but I've been tipped off that there's a very good chance we're going to be heading to Barovia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
To get something. There's something that we're gonna be tasked to go retrieve. It's gonna be important in some capacity. That's loosely what I know. I don't even know who yet's going to task us with it.
Well, I can't say I know too much about the place. From what I've heard, though, it's pretty hard to leave.
Yeah. If I'm being honest, though, I know that should probably be a forefront worry of mine is how we're going to get out, but I'm leaving that until whoever tasks us with it presents it, because I assume they wouldn't send a party into Barovia without a way out. Assume.
Well, I sure hope not.
But ideally, when I come back, I have a feeling that there's a couple of other things that aren't settled yet that need to be. I'll tell her about the figure at the party and about that black star, that black five-pointed star-like shape that Trebrum made out.
Would you want me to look into that?
I know you're busy, but if there's anything, my dad's no
but
help.
I love looking into new things that aren't business related, though. Get to learn more
Perfect.
about the world.
Then I would love if you could help me.
Consider it done.
The other thing's a much bigger deal. And I know that that is terrible framing. As I just told you, I'm going to walk into the domains of dread. I made a deal
Mm.
with Fade, this entity.
Oh, you're usually the one that says not to make deals.
I'm really bad when it comes to this, apparently.
Okay.
It
What did it cost you?
When this is all done, whatever that entails, I don't know exactly the cutoff date for that. I am going to work in Fade's ranks alongside others she's selected, is how it sounds. And I'm going to be leaving here to help her shape or create a new world.
Oh.
It's going to be a while. Years was her timetable.
Mm. Do you plan on coming back after?
I don't even know if that's possible.
Oh.
Because the wording makes it sound like I'm going, and I'm not, and there isn't a way back. And the reason I say that is because when I was pitching what I wanted, I made it clear that the cost couldn't have been something that kept you and I apart from each other. The catch to that, obviously, is that Fade's response was, after however many years it takes, you would be able to come too if you wanted. That sounds like it's a one-way trip, not that I could come back. Otherwise, why even offer? Unless, of course, there is a way back at the end and I can come back here, but I get the feeling that it's a feeling that that's not going to be how it works.
What do you know about this new world?
I know that Fade thinks her and I are going to come to a pretty similar ideal of what that world should look like. That's her words, obviously.
Do you feel that way too?
I don't know what I want a world to look like. No one's ever said, help me shape a world. I just know that I want it to be one where, if I'm being honest with it, I don't hate this one. Oh, it's tricky to say what I'd want from a new one. Besides you.
Usually guys follow statements like that with like a certain question. If you want to ask something, or if you want something of me, you should just say it directly.
I sure did put myself in a tricky situation here. I guess I should have stopped at home first.
At this point, you hear a message in your head. You hear mother's voice. Your dad had to pull some strings to do this, but check your right pocket.
And I'll, as nonchalantly as I can, kind of slip my hand into the right pocket. And I feel it there.
You feel a small little case holding something.
It was really important to me that when I made that deal, it would be your choice whether you would come with me when it was all said and done. Because you have been doing things yourself, even never went with your family. And I was never going to just make a deal that tore you away from that. We've been making choices about us for our entire lives, and that shouldn't change. And you told me to wait to say what I wanted to say until I came back from stopping world-ending danger. And now that I've done it, I have a sinking feeling that maybe that's never not going to stop. So, you are the sole reason I'm here today. Because you gave me a chance to show what I was worth. And you kept giving me chances. I couldn't be more grateful for that. And at some point in those chances, it became very clear to me that I love you. And if you would, and he'll reach into his pocket, I want you to marry me. And he'll pull out the box and open it.
And as you open it, it is a lovely ring. And you get the sense that there's sort of already an innate connection to you with this ring. You get the idea that you can kind of feel... It's weird how the ring feels as it sits there in that box. Kind of just mentally. And she looks at you and says, well, I have 2 years to think about it or so, don't I?
You do?
I have a lot of statements to respond to here, but I'll start with yes. I'll follow it up with, I'll take care of things on my side. And when you come back, I'll be in a position to leave. My parents always knew that I was gonna leave here eventually. I had talked about them with that before. I saw what you were doing with the town down there, and I wanted to do what I could to help. And once that's squared away, I mean, just the thought of a new place to learn about, things might be different. I think that, well, if I'm going to experience something new, there's no one I would rather have at my side. She kind of extends her hand forward and she goes, I think you're supposed to do this part?
I think so. And he'll take it out of the box and he'll slide it on her finger.
Yep.
If it, I don't know how much more you really care for me to elaborate, but, what I got out of the deal was, well, Spatha's alive and he's not under the influence of anything particularly evil. And while that may seem minute in the grand scheme of things, I truly believe if I didn't make that deal, we wouldn't be standing here.
I love the fact that you are willing to place so much faith in others on their second, third, fourth chances.
I learned from the best.
I love you too, Aldiyn. She kind of pulls you in for a hug. And at this point, as you're kind of holding her, Trebrum, as you are kind of like coming to now, getting back from the spa, kind of walking your way back into the Moonstone Tavern, or the Moonstone Mask. Oh, such a good day for you. Spatha, as you're kind of like heading out to go find your compatriots. All of you feel a weird shimmer, almost, kind of like within you. You feel a little more floaty. And suddenly, you all vanish. Your eyes go white. And you all appear, kind of landing a little bit on your feet, a little shaky, in front of one kind of bigger half-orc individual holding a hammer, standing outside the Never-Death graveyard. As you kind of all like arrive here, yeah, you got all your clothes on and stuff.
Yeah,
As you kind of all arrive here,
pulled naked out of the hot spring.
Yeah, man, we're all just naked.
As you all kind of arrive here, Daggerak, you see these three individuals just appear out of thin air, almost in the same way that people described that you arrived over there maybe a couple hours ago.
What the hell just happened?
That's what I said.
I'm gonna have words with somebody.
Who in the helm are you?
Yeah, who the hell are you?
Who's Helm?
That's... My god, he's a protector. What is your name?
My name is Daggerak Amberhearth. I am not from here.
And as you say that, in the middle of your discussion, suddenly a fifth shining light as a figure illuminates, then the light goes away. And you see individual a bit smaller than Daggerak. White hair kind of pulled back in a ponytail. Equipped with like a dark set of armor on, and they're kind of a little bit kind of on edge. Karso, as you arrive in the center of four individuals you've never seen before, you know that this thing that you were looking for, it's near. In fact, it's in that crypt right over there. You can see it. But you don't know where you are. It's late afternoon, evening, almost nighttime at this point.
Good evening, gentlemen. Might you tell me where exactly I am right now?
You're in the city of Neverwinter.
Graveyard.
In the city of Neverwinter.
Right.
And who might the helm you be?
My name's Karso. I'm currently looking for something, and I think it's closer than I thought.
Oh, Karso, Daggerak. I assume you both teleported. Well, Daggerak, you teleported here the same way Karso and us just did.
Apparently.
Interesting. It looks like we were all summoned here.
They couldn't wait for tomorrow when we were gonna come here anyway.
I doubt it was Darren or the guards or Neverwinter that did this.
I guess I should be content that they gave me enough time.
Do you know who did summon us here then?
You're asking me or asking them?
Aldiyn.
I have a handful of guesses at this point, but nothing to confirm it.
I see.
Oh, hey.
We're being rude, you're right. I'm Aldiyn.
No. I got something to tell you. I know where my dad is.
That's great to
That's
hear.
great.
He's in Avernus.
That's not good. That's terrible, actually.
We need to head there now.
I am going to say the same thing I told Ralph.
Would not like to go to Avernus.
I'm going to say the same thing I told Ralph when he said he wanted to go to Thay so that he could get on the road to Oberon. Maybe not a good idea right now. Maybe a bigger picture thing. We need to unpack a lot of the things you just said. But first, perhaps unpack what's going on here. So again, Daggerak, Karso. My name's Aldiyn.
I'm Trebrum, follower of Helm.
This is Spatha.
Warrior.
Okay.
That's your title, right? Trebrum the okay.
Forgive us.
Spatha the OK warrior.
We're a bit of an odd bunch.
Payneless, would I have heard of this group through my travels at all? These names, would they be familiar?
You know that there's a group that recently killed a really powerful lich. That's about all you know of this place.
We are simply known as now some of the guys.
That name does ring a bell for both of you.
The guys.
If you've heard of us, we recently slew Sauce Tom and brought peace.
Well, let's not.
Maybe
Let's not go too.
Maybe this rings a name. Aldiyn, the Black Arrow.
Wait, you're making up new ones.
I've had a lot of time to think. I've been getting into creative writing since we've defeated.
Mr. Edermas has told me about you.
That makes a lot of sense. If I may, how far are you both from?
How do I put this?
He just told me his dad.
I'll just tell you
he just
straight
told
up
me
the
his
truth.
dad's in Avernus. Anything you say is going to seem moot.
I am from an entirely different planet.
Planet?
Yes.
There are more of those.
Many.
What's this one called?
The one I'm on right now, or the one I'm
No, the one you're from. I know the name of this one.
My planet is known as Eberron.
This seems unholy.
Well.
Are you unaware of
might
the
be.
planets?
Knock it off, Trebrum. You're being mean to the alien.
No, we're really starting it here, aren't we?
Oh, what's an alien?
No, jokes are good. Jokes are good.
Aldiyn kind of gives you a look that kind of says, "Oh, you think he's joking?"
Oh.
What?
You know, I agree. Jokes are good. Let's run with that.
Joking.
Do you know who or what summoned you here?
Well, I originally planned to come here by other means, but then I was suddenly transported here against my better knowledge.
Interesting.
And against my will, so
now I'm really
here I am.
Now I'm really starting to think I know who's pulling this one.
And well, you seem a man of character and good nature. What's your occupation? What do you do? You seem like a adventurer of some sort.
I am a warrior of the Silver Flame. I ensure that the forces of darkness and evil are fought back. Made sure the light is
another
kept
valiant
for all.
warrior.
Alright.
I'll have to speak with you sometime about that. I do the same thing, following my god Helm.
Very good.
Silver Flame, you say?
Yes.
You don't happen to have a terrifying, evil organization you fight against known as the Black Flame, do you?
No, I do not have a evil twin faction that I am at war with.
That's good to know. That probably means that's an Orworld problem then.
It would seem so.
And what about you, Carso?
You know, well, my story's long and boring, but I'm a very well-traveled individual, but my journey began in the Fae.
Mm-hmm. Here on Orworld, though.
Yeah, and it's complicated. At this point, I'm a very well-traveled individual on this plane, which I enjoy very much.
Do you travel for fun? Are you an adventurer? Are you a scholar?
A mix of both. At the current moment, I'm looking for something or maybe someone, but I'm sure we were all called here for a greater purpose. Is there someone who's going to tell me exactly who summoned me here?
I was wondering the same thing.
It doesn't seem like it was any of you.
I know who could probably figure it
offense.
out.
Is there anyone else nearby, Payneless?
No. In fact, all the guards are gone.
Wonderful.
That is unsettling.
Well, you better get used to that feeling. It happens a lot around us.
Oh, well, around you, that's auspicious.
Carson.
What?
Carson.
I think he's trying to say my name. It's Carso.
Oh, right. I know who could tell you how to get back home.
I don't want to go back home.
Why not?
I mean, if I wanted to, I could just do it.
Okay, well then do it.
Well,
I
hang
just
on.
told you I don't want to.
Yeah. More important question. Dagrak, you said you were coming here anyway.
Yes, there is something that I'm in search of here that would help both me and you.
And Carso, you're
It would
also
seem.
looking for something.
That is correct.
Well, let's play a
someone.
game. Is there a chance that you're looking for the same thing?
I don't know. Dagarok, are you looking for a god that's possibly dead?
Something to do with that, yes.
Oh boy, we stumbled upon it. Would you look at that?
Best not to say their name, but yes.
Oh fuck.
Oh, it's like one of those games where we're not allowed to say the name.
I don't like games.
That gives me an even
What?
That gives me an even worse feeling.
What do you mean you don't like games?
They're complicated and I can't figure them out.
We just played Shears Parchment Boulder and the...
That
Well,
one's easy.
We have two ways of navigating through this. We can try to reach out to higher powers and see if any of them give a large enough fuck to give us an answer about what's going on.
Hell
or-
doesn't give a fuck.
We can assume. Kind of look at you weird. Feel like something's happened we
What?
can talk about.
Are you okay?
I tried. Well, let's just say he's not in the mood right now.
Are you okay?
This is something like we need to talk about?
No, it's fine.
Perhaps-
you went from incorporating his name into your greetings to now being very cold shoulder on him. Are you?
Yeah, you literally were just saying, what the helm? You were saying, what the helm 10 seconds ago, like he was still your boy, and then now it's like, oh, helm doesn't care.
Well, just you saying that reminded me of my previous conversation with him.
Which was?
You-
Well, I tried reaching out to him and he basically said, yeah, get to the graveyard, you know what to do, and he just left. He was like, the plan's already in motion, something like that.
Oh, I mean, look around us. He might have been right.
I don't know.
I'm
Maybe-
not saying go full ham back on
Maybe
hard devotion, but I mean, you need his power to do what you do.
Well, I'm not gonna turn 360 on my beliefs or anything like that, but just a little annoyed as well when you brought that up.
I'm sorry about that. You look
It's
good though.
okay.
You look rested.
I do feel alright. Yeah,
Sometimes I miss things
that-
too, Trebrum.
that
Okay.
massage is nice.
Back to let's bring it back.
I miss my crown.
Boys, let's bring it back. So like I was saying, second option, as
Go
it
back
seems
again.
that here's my bet to the two of you. We're probably all here because multiple different things and beings and people want us here. Because that tends to be how this works.
Generally.
Yeah. So my best
We can
course of
work together.
action, because you seem to think that whatever you're here looking for is in that crypt. And we were tasked with dealing with the problems in the crypt to begin with. So, seems like we might be set and ready to do some investigating and maybe figure out exactly why we're all here together.
Let's have our actions speak for our intent, then.
Well, I work better in a group anyway, so this works out perfect for me.
And we were
We
just
should
a couple of people short, so you won't hear me complain.
We should proceed with caution, though. Whatever or whoever summoned us here probably wants us to investigate this tomb for a reason. It could be some sort of trap.
Hmm.
And we know, well, the last time that we went down into these tombs, we know what happened.
Well, they don't, but
I know it
I have
almost turned out very poorly.
I have a good feeling that these two might be a little more of the mind to not fuck around and find out with everything they see. Aldiyn will kind of give the two of you glances. Hopefully.
Well, we've learned as well.
I sure hope so. So, unless there's anything else we feel the need to immediately share that we should know, how are you two in terms of equipment? Is there anything you feel you're lacking?
I have everything I already planned to travel with.
I mean, the same here. I've, tricks and, magical items upon me. I have room for more, but whether it's necessary or not.
You see Daggerak has just this molten hammer and just gleaming armor on him.
Well,
And you would see that Carso, attached to his hip, is a small runic drum that pulsates with different magic runes.
Ew.
well, who knows how long we'll be in this together. If this works out well, and this will be a longer expected team up than we think. If there's anything you two might need, I'll look to accommodate you.
Your god that you're looking for, that you won't speak the name of, will you write it down?
Probably also a bad idea.
Can you do sign language on it? Is there any way you can communicate this god to us?
Here, let me play a little game. On a scale of wonderful, fantastic deity to the worst being almost imaginable, where do they fall?
The latter.
Well, I do know someone who can help you find them.
Spatha, don't worry. I have a pretty good idea that I think I know who we're dealing with. So.
Well, why don't we get it moving then? Time is ticking.
Hey, do you know who Tiamat is?
Or maybe it's not. Why would you say her name? Just casually. Man who wants to go to Avernus. You think throwing that out's gonna be good for you?
Okay, well. Okay.
Don't say it 2 more times, or we might find ourselves there.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
What? I don't want to go anywhere I'm not supposed to.
I have a Dragon Slayer sword.
Let's just go to the tomb.
You guys heading off?
Before we move is no guards around. Is there anything
it's
else?
Definitely nighttime now.
Mhm.
Definitely nighttime.
There's no guards.
Do I know what happened to the guards?
No, none of you. At the moment that all 5 of you were here and talking, none of you ever saw a guard within sight.
Wow, that sucks.
In fact, there's been no people.
Man, they took some PTO.
We should head inside then.
Is there anything else around that seems like it might be watching us, or?
You can give me a perception check.
No, that's a great thing to ask me to do.
Anybody else who wants to can as well.
Sure, I'll make one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 7. Big
32.
7. 32. Okay.
Let's go, my guy.
My first,
Not
that's my
rolling.
I actually rolled one roll with this character before we started. It was a natural 20. This is a second natural 20 that I've rolled.
Are we all doing perceptions?
Or if you want, okay.
I'll do one. Aldiyn,
Do
we
I
can
need
all
to
do the
refresh
same.
my browser? It says the game's paused. I can't like do anything.
Oh no, the game is paused.
It should let
Oh,
you.
okay.
You should still be. Able to...
Yeah, you should still be able to roll and stuff.
-2. That's right, buddy.
Flat roll, nice.
How do you like me now?
I mean, -2 is much better than where we were.
How's it getting to -8?
What did you get, Vinny?
It's not letting me open my character sheet.
If you press C,
I am.
Do you have the hotbar up top that you can do it from?
No.
okay. In the top right, you see actors, the little icon, like a person.
Yes.
Do you see a folder in there called players? Are you in
Yes.
there?
Yes.
Can you double click on yourself? Does that pull it
All
up?
right. Yes, I can do that.
Okay, cool. There you go. Solution found. Okay, 12. So most of you kind of look around and you don't see anything watching you. You don't see any people, which is weird. But other than that, I mean, it's definitely off, but nothing seems out of place otherwise. Carso.
Yep.
You look around and suddenly you see things that worry you quite a bit. As you kind of look around and kind of at the edges of your vision, which is kind of more what you're looking for, as you kind of like stare off into the sky, you're actually paying attention to what's occurring at the edge of your vision. You see the faintest kind of glimmers of like this dark light. And suddenly, oh no, you've been to this place before. You're not in Neverwinter. The buildings look all the same. You're in Evernight, which is the Shadowfell reflection of the city.
You guys will watch Carso kind of look around and become visibly upset, and he'll strike the ground with his fist and he'll say, "Damn it!"
What's wrong?
But, however, that thing that you're looking for, you still feel it in the crypt. Right over there.
How is it here? Gentlemen, well, welcome to where I was enslaved. We're in the Shadowfell.
Enslaved? This is where you... Is this where you came from?
He came from the Fae.
Oh, from the Fae, that's
Think,
right.
think,
Sorry.
think in.
Since
think opposite.
since we're in my, well, you can maybe call it a home turf, because I've spent the past 600 years here. My people are known as the Hierarchs. They used to be a civilization of people in the Fae, but we call this place home now. Not because we want to. Over the years, our skin turned this ashy color. And the last thing I wanted to do was come back here.
This is terrible news.
I can't believe it was here this whole time. We should hurry and get out of open lighting. The skies are not friendly here to people of our size.
Can't believe I'm
Understood.
saying. Can't
Let's
believe
get
I'm
in
saying this. Sounds like the crypt's very welcoming.
Yeah. And as you guys head toward the crypt, you approach the door. The three of you, Trebrum, Aldiyn, Spatha, you know what happened last time you went in here. Dag, Carso, you see the slightest bit of hesitation from the three of them as you kind of approach the entrance to this crypt. They're not stopping, but there's definitely a moment where they recall something. You all kind of open the door, step inside. The door closes behind you. You stare into open room, the staircase leading down. You hear water dripping, a rat or two scurrying around inside, squeaking. As you stand at the inside the entrance of this place. The three of you who have come in here before feel a shudder, almost. That thing that you almost encountered last time, you can faintly feel it's still here. It's been waiting. And that's where we'll end the session for the week.
Oh, let's go!
Welcome to the
New party members.
Welcome to the guys.
Welcome to the guys.
Now you're on
the
trial.
guys.
You're on trial basis right now.
You're on Spatha's creative arc now.
Okay.
I'm gonna start
Dude,
painting.
Me and Dagarok are gonna be good buddies.
Maybe.
Another person of justice.
Probably.
Oh God.
They're actually gonna kill us.
I feel like
Yeah.
Tim, the last time you became buddies with someone, they stabbed me in the back, took my crown, threw it to the ground, tried to remove my belt from me that I worked hard to get.
He didn't take your crown.
Shot me in the head, left me for dead, rotting in the sewers. I had to make a deal with Fiery Man 42 and became undead.
Well, now you're in a.
I don't trust any of your buddies.
You're celestial now, so that's.
Yeah, the Celestial Knights. Thank God Harain was there.
True.
My goat. No, I learned from last time. I'm still not. I'm trying not to. I'm not gonna trust these guys until we know we can trust them.
Do I have a good idea about what that ring I gave Lizette does?
Yeah.
Do I get anything?
When apart, it functions as a sending stone.
Yeah.
And when together, it functions as a ring of protection.
That's wonderful.
Yep, that's pretty cool.
Just for visual description purposes, my armor is like a shining like steel with like silver trim on it. And if I can find the right pictures, on the left pauldron, there is... Where the fuck is it? Oh my god, this is embarrassing. Can't find the fucking picture I wanted to put up here.
Picture.
Well, another thing, since Vinny's the newcomer here, I'd like to give him the choice in this. Would you like inspiration for the group?
Oh my god.
Or lore?
Oh man.
I would have given it to him. I would have given him auto MVP anyway.
Yeah.
You know what?
I know what I'd pick.
I want lore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's right,
right.
man.
I'll
My
point
man.
down to one-on-one.
Alright.
Dude, I'm liking this new squad.
Dude, I am telling you right now, I have some broken
You
ass
cooked?
for combat.
Oh shit, he cooked.
I have insane. Like,
Yo, Tim,
thank God,
Yo.
you guys are gonna love
what
me.
time is the earliest time you can start on Monday?
Anytime after 4, so 4 would be the earliest.
Okay.
Yeah, when we're
That's
not.
that's CST.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. When we get a little bit of a chance to unpack some stuff, Aldiyn is packing the world's most dangerous broom closet of equipment for us to maybe spread out.
I met it a little bit, knowing the fact that you might give me some of those items. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
I got a sick +2 moonsicle here. Who knows? Who
And
might want that?
will stack with my drums, so I'll have +5 to my spell save.
I got a cape of enlargement that our paladin might want.
Do you still have the
Oh my God.
intellect headband?
I sure do.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna want that in the moonsicle, and I might be broken.
Welcome, Ralph 2.0.
I'm
sure you
gonna
don't-
be.
You sure you don't want this healer's voice trinket?
No, nope. So my items that you guys, I just want to tell you because it's fucking awesome.
We'll see them.
I could wait. I think it'll be the item I have that I'm excited to use is a ring that doesn't require attunement. I thought it was the coolest fucking thing.
Wait, that's kind of nice. Is it?
It is an
I'm assuming
uncommon,
it's an impactful ring.
It is an uncommon ring that like I think is gonna fit perfectly with my class.
Wow.
I actually think it might be a little broken.
And
Don't tell Payneless that.
I also have a nice scaled ornament I want to give somebody.
I don't want it. You keep it.
I can't attune to it. I'm full up.
I'm sure
I need
Vinny
to make
has
my
it
one-shot
in slot.
character.
I know.
Vinny has it in
I
slot.
also need to find out of that man. What that
Oh,
man's
but he has
strengths.
Paladin, right?
Yeah.
So is his aura
His
cancel that out?
his
anyway?
aura might just even replace it. Maybe.
Shit. Yeah, and any frightening or charms or anything, I can just counter charm. So
Yeah.
we're never gonna be affected by this shit. Also, we don't need to worry about inspiration because my Song of Rest gives heroic inspiration now. Which
Wait, are you a
isn't
bard?
supposed to
He's a
yeah,
bard.
Yeah. I'm a College of Dance bard.
Nice. That's so awesome.
Vinny's a paladin of some variety.
Yeah. Dude, let's go. That was a good. That was a good catch-up
devotion
session.
from him. I'm getting Oath of Devotion from him, but I don't know if he picked like a new. What are the new paladin subclasses? Are there any in the
Oh,
new?
dude, I don't even.
Let me pull up the. Let me
I
see
don't
what
remember.
let me see what we're cooking.
Silver Flame. He definitely gives me Oath of Devotion.
Oh, yo. That's crazy. That's a good job, guys, on the rolls tonight. Fucking 3 nat 20s.
Oh yeah.
Because that might be a 19.
getting-
That's secretly a 20.
My highest skill right now is Performance and Persuasion. They are both at plus 15. And if I use Dance at all for my performance, I have advantage.
Plus 15. Yeah, I don't have anything nearly. My closest is are plus 10s, Mr. Expertise.
Expertise.
I could have got one of those that high, but I instead chose to make my survival not a dog shit stat. Yeah. So the subclasses in the new book are oh, they're back.
Oh, they're back.
They're back.
Maybe he'll tell us.
Yeah, we gotta go find. We gotta get to Strahd.
That's crazy. That's a
Oh,
crazy
wow.
thing to say.
Crazy.
What was the lore?
That's all. That's what you're gonna get. We gotta get
We
to
got to
Strahd.
get to Avernus.
Gotta
We
get
got
to
to get to
Strahd.
Avernus.
No, we're not doing that.
We need
We're
to
not
talk
We
doing
got
about
to
that.
get
this.
to Avernus.
You
I'm
need
going to
to-
make this campaign last as long as possible
You
until we
need
get
to-
to Avernus.
We need to talk
Strahd's
about,
got something I want.
we need to talk about the fact that you were told that your father is dead in Avernus and you still want to go.
Yeah, he's still got
That's
to answer
only
to
something
justice.
Dude, he's answering to justice right now.
The only justice he's going to be getting is my sword through his undead body.
We were talking, Vinny.
You
Vinny, do you want to
do that.
Do you want to share what your subclass is, or no? You want to keep it?
Me?
Yeah,
I am Oath of the Watchers.
Watcher.
Oh, cool.
What?
Yes. All right, so I have the one. So this is what's on the left pauldron of my armor. And then, hang on, I gotta do some funky shit.
I
with
forgot.
copy
I
paste.
forgot we had that chat.
Character art.
Where is it?
And
Wow.
then-
That was in March of this year.
We've been going for.
When did this campaign start?
and then this is what's on
A year ago?
the right side.
Over a year ago now.
Wow.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
started.
we-
We started late. We started late 23.
This is awesome. I love this.
1 year.
1 year.
One
Silver
year.
Flame, the Silver Flame. Also, I'm not gonna lie, this might sound really dumb. I thought we were in Eberron this whole time.
No.
No, it's different.
Dude, is that like the regular D&D world? I thought that was Eberron.
No,
What's the name of
Eberron
the-
is
what's the name
in
of the
itself
planet?
like a different world. The Forgotten Realms are like the sort of combined worlds of D&D that aren't like.
Are we in the Forgotten Realm?
that aren't like yes.
Yeah, you are on the Forgotten Realms. You're on
Oh.
the planet of Toril, on
Yeah.
the continent
Oh.
of Faerun.
Yeah,
Dude,
you're on
we're in the weird
Faerun.
place then, and then he's from the normal place.
No. No.
No, you are in the normal
place.
I'm in the side adventure.
Yeah.
Is that real?
He's in
Yes.
a place that had one entire book published about it, and it never got talked about again.
But it's
And
where
people love it.
It's where we get
And I'm one of those people that love it.
Warforges from.
Huh?
Yes.
It's where we get Warforges from.
Yep.
Yeah. Eberron. Okay, I see.
But,
I
like,
play.
Better
I play-
And for people who don't know, Orth, Spatha,
Y'all.
Orth is a.
It's the Made in the Abyss
continent-
setting, right? Or no?
Orth is no, not that one.
Oh, okay. That shares the name
this
though,
one-
right?
It does. Orth, in this case, Oerth, is on the plane of Greyhawk.
Oh, you got a
That's
Greyhawk
the,
setting.
The Forgotten Realms. What is it called? I don't remember what it's called.
The
It's
Dragonlance.
Sure, yeah. It's
I think.
It's the spell. It's like a C, right? Am I going crazy?
For Dragonlance,
Yeah.
it's Kryn.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Kryn is where Dragonlance takes place.
So it's in the. Okay.
Where the fuck are my notes on this thing?
I play DDO, and in that game, Eberron's the main thing.
Dude, what if
and
we
then
had to encounter this guy? I just looked
it's
up
the
Orth.
opposite.
And what if we had to fight this guy?
Bro, who is that?
That's
Freaking Merlin?
Rary the traitor.
Bro,
What if we had to fight Rary
he's-
the traitor?
he's got the best wizard cloak. That
Dude,
should be
we
sparkling.
fight
He looks
him.
like Merlin.
We didn't talk about Rary.
We're gonna
Bro,
get
he-
cooked.
Orth is where Bigby and Tensor are from.
Yeah.
Ah.
And Rary.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. That's
Yep.
cool.
It's actually where a lot of
Bigby's
it's
guiding
where a
hands.
lot of those mages who make those.
Yep.
Wizard land.
Orth.
Like Rary.
It's like Silvery Moon on steroids.
Rary.
Why does it want Alt C or Shift?
He's kind of
Whoa.
freaking me out, man. I don't like it.
To be fair, Trebrum didn't know there was another planet.
Wait, Oath of the Watchers is broken.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You have counterspell as a fucking oath spell?
Yeah, I might.
That's insane.
Hey, we did just lose the wizard.
That
Have
is
Rary
true.
spell. We need Rary in our
Bro.
party.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
but
I got bad
you lost
news
a
about
wizard
Rary.
and you picked up a paladin, so like honestly, it was a pretty good trade.
Yeah.
Wait,
you-
Vinny, both of our subclasses do the exact same thing. We're gonna
Yeah.
our party's so broken.
Yeah, we're gonna be acting so fast in
We're
combat.
gonna have 40 initiative.
If you, me, and Spatha are within 10 feet, like we're gonna fuck.
I promise you, you'll be happy with Spatha's combat
It's
prowess.
we're gonna have a great time.
I'm aware of
where you
combat
all,
prowess. I've been watching. I've
you
been
all-
watching the whole
Good.
time.
Me and Vinny both buff initiative rolls at the start of combat.
You guys are
for
gonna
our
be
ally.
good.
You guys are gonna be crazy with each other, all bunched up in a nice group up front, protected, shielded. I'm gonna be in the back line getting murdered every fight.
Yeah, learn,
Yeah.
yeah, get into melee, coward. Like I don't know what else to tell you.
No, last time he did that, he got his brain eaten out.
You make some very valid point, this guy.
He doesn't. He came back. He's fine.
I think I've done a pretty good job up to this point in the campaign of making sure that every character feels a little emotionally scarred about a specific moment. Trebrum scarring is every time is the risk of going down to fucking death
Yes.
saves and then getting exhaustion points and failing them even more. Spatha and any sort of charisma or intelligence save and getting stunned, and then Aldiyn with the getting brain eaten.
Yeah.
Never.
He goes
never,
melee range
never allowed
once.
to 1v1. Except that one time it worked out, and that one time it worked out. But no other
Dude.
times.
I'll tell you one thing my character's not over, the crown.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
So
Oh,
you need to get over your crown.
No, Spatha's definitely over it. But I'm not.
The
I
crown was
want
a
the crown.
timeline-defining incident.
So how many?
If Spatha still had that crown, Dag would not be chill with you.
How
I'm
many-
just gonna let you know he would not be chill.
How many attunement slots do you two have open?
None.
0.
You
Oh,
have 4 attunement.
Yeah,
With
none.
4 team and I have 2 open.
Okay. Damn,
I am kitted out.
You're crazy.
Wait, how do you have 4 attunement?
Oh, I only have the 3. Okay, never mind.
Okay,
I have
you got
1.
it.
He has one open.
What's your strength, Vinny? Are you maxed on that?
Yeah, I'm max on
Okay, I
strength.
figured you were. Well, those gauntlets of ogre power are gonna just keep sitting.
Yeah, they are.
Are they attunement?
Yes. They're gonna keep sitting.
Wait,
unless
how
we,
much,
unless
I
we
want
find
that
a
move.
very specific item, right, where we require to use the gauntlets of ogre strength, and I know what item that is, but that's a very specific item that we need. That's
Oh.
very specific for killing giants.
Well, I'm not putting those away. They're gonna be on me no matter what.
Who knows? We might be fighting a giant lich.
I mean,
Oh my god.
No way.
No way.
A giant lich. Nah, you guys already fought the giant lich.
True.
No, he wouldn't do it again.
I wouldn't make you guys fight a lich again. That'd be
Giant lich
redundant.
part 2.
let's do an AC check. What are you guys looking at AC wise?
AC? Hang on.
You're probably fucking insane.
Mine's not that crazy. But with no armor, it's 18.
Mine's high, but it's not
Still
that
higher,
crazy.
still
Where the-
higher than me.
Oh, I'm 21.
God damn.
Amateurs.
Me
I was
holding
shield when I cast shield. It's 23.
me holding onto a cloak of protection, not being able to wear it.
You can give it to me.
I got lots of. Do you have an attunement slot for it?
I can make one. I actually was thinking about getting rid of an attunement of mine.
I have a
Can
lot
I-
of.
Can I make use of 2 cloaks of protection?
No, you can't overlap same item.
Could I like
unfortunately.
stitch them together and make it plus
I
2?
guess. I
Oh,
should
it could be
do
the big
us-
cloak of protection.
It'd be the really big cloak,
Big cloak of protection.
the protective cloak of protection.
Here, I guess I can try to. Give me 1 second. I'll try to put all of the magic items I have.
Yo, Payneless, did you updated token action core, right? Token action HUD.
I disabled it to do my imports because it was interfering with them, and then I re-enabled it. But yeah, it should be updated to the latest version of itself.
Okay. Well, because remember it was like messed up. It was like messing up with all that the items.
Yeah.
Okay, I just didn't know if it was fine now. I guess I'll just turn I just turn mine on now.
Maybe.
I
I
updated
updated.
it.
I did a thing that I didn't think I was gonna do because D&D Beyond importing was giving me problems. So I updated my D&D system version literally last night. So it's on 4.1 now, which isn't the most up to date, but it's like the most up to date stable release.
Mhm.
And I was like, I hope nothing breaks, and then
I like
nothing
your
broke. And I was like,
I like your
"Yay."
story.
Yippee!
My story.
Yeah, the story you sent me. Your background.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I cooked that one up.
Here,
I liked it.
I'll drop this for you guys so that everybody knows what we have in store. Where did I just put that? There's all the magic items besides the beat of force that are sitting in the bag of holding.
Oh my god.
So,
The perks of being a high level adventurer, you're just sitting on a bunch of magic items because I mean they might be useful in
Oh,
one specific
yeah.
instance. So
What's the healer's voice?
that
What do you like to know?
What do you like
What
to know?
You like to know.
I could use those. I could probably equip those gauntlets of ogre power.
You would probably benefit greatly from
they
them.
give you 19. So if you cast healing word or mass healing word, you get one of the targets 4 temp HP for each D4 that rolls a 4, and if you roll a 1 on the D4, you can re-roll it. If you make an ability check to calm, heal, or soothe the creature, you can roll a D4 and add it to the total.
What's the gloom shield do?
See, this is all stuff Ralph was carrying.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Gloom
Ralph
Shield
Nation.
is
Ralph
a
Nation, how we
plus-
feeling?
it's a +1 shield that also allows you to cast fear through it once.
Well, look, here.
Ominous.
I
I might just use that for the sake of another AC.
if they fail, they
Yeah.
also take 46 psychic damage when they fail the save, which I don't think fear does normally.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Also, when a creature within 5 feet of you hits you with an attack while you're holding the shield, you can use your reaction to expand the charge to force the creature to make a DC 15 Wisdom save, and on a failed save, they take 46 psychic damage and are frightened.
Okay, I might actually use that.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not a +1 shield. I take it back.
Just a regular
Ah.
shield.
Normal shield that does that. Unlucky.
We've
Never
had
mind, I
we've
don't
had
want
this
that.
shield since the Dragon's Burrow crypt, I
Yeah.
think.
You could get a cape of enlargement.
There's a cape of enlargement in here.
But I can't have two. Like, I have a cloak.
You could have a cape and a cloak, and it just can't be the same cape or cloak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that lets you expend the charge as a bonus action to become large.
Become large.
Or
Yo, Aldiyn.
Or I
Mhm.
could just make Payneless cry and just fly.
Or you could wear the headband of intellect and have an instant
I'd
19.
be so
I
smart.
already called that.
he wants it back.
You already called it.
I already called that, by the way. I'm taking the moon sickle and the headband of intellect because I got 2 slots open.
I was Aldiyn. What's up?
Can I have the gaunts of ogre power if you're just sitting on them?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take them, cause I'll unattune from the.
Okay.
Wait,
Thank
Vinny,
you.
what are your magic
Yeah.
items? What do you got?
That'd be helpful.
What do I got?
Yeah, what do you got?
Yeah, 'cause what is your normal strength? 16? Oh, that'll be a nice bump.
That is a good bump.
I have Sunforger. I have a
There you
Cloak
go.
of Protection.
Thanks, bro.
And I have Armor of Safeguarding.
Oh my god, we're so
Armor
back.
Safeguard.
Oh, +4.
Yeah, the armor's kind of
Um,
nuts.
Yeah, it increases my HP equal to 10 plus my level. And I can cast Beacon of Hope once per day.
Nice.
Without
let's play,
and I don't require concentration for it.
let's play a fun game. What's our HP pools? Or HP pools?
157.
149. What the hell?
219.
Angular hell.
What was that?
No way, it's 219.
219.
You're at 219? Did you take
No.
I was gonna
No.
say.
No,
Mine's-
I'm just joking.
Mine's 220.
I don't actually know what it is. I'm in bad.
He's at 163.
160.
He's
What's
160.
Trebrum at?
146.
174.
Ooh, god damn,
You also
Ranger.
have
I think got some real good rolls. I had a couple bad ones.
That's that amulet of health, really.
That's amulet of health,
Crazy.
baby.
Without the amulet of health, I'm at 144, I think.
Oh,
Ranger
I
is
don't.
crazy.
You know what? I don't think I actually rolled for my health. I think I just have it at fixed.
Oh, you should definitely roll for it. Then you'll probably have more than us.
I'll
Yeah.
probably
What's your con?
It's only +2.
Maybe not.
Oh, maybe you're
I
probably
would say
close. You'll probably be out
health roll is with advantage, so.
Okay.
So you
I'll-
just do.
Oh,
I
fuck.
will
I
do
didn't
that.
you
even
do
roll
four,
with
you do
advantage.
you do
Shit.
14 of those.
Yep.
I didn't
yeah.
roll with advantage for this one. No, it's fine.
14 plus 10. Yeah. Okay. Let me just.
Yeah, because
Alright,
you get max
I'm
on
at
the
a-
first one. So
I'm head out for the night.
Yeah.
Good session, guys. Nice to meet you,
Yep.
Vinny.
Peace.
Looking
Yeah, nice meeting
forward
you
to
guys.
the fun.
I want
Thanks
you
for
to
playing.
before you go
Before
quick-
you go.
go ahead.
Yeah,
James.
okay. I was gonna say, obviously, I'm not doing next week because it's the day after Christmas, and we'll definitely be busy for most people. So I figure we resume back on the 2nd. Is that okay?
That's
I think so.
okay with me.
I might get unlucky with traffic, but I should be fine. I'm planning to
Okay.
be home in time.
Cool. And then after that, we won't have to worry about holidays or anything like that for a little while. So
There
Yep.
will be one day I think in January I will be unavailable.
gotcha.
No wait. I actually think that starts. Let me double check real quick if that plan starts on Thursday or Friday. And I can let you know. The thing I was gonna say is that this is Vinny's like 5th paladin, by the way.
Oh, okay. Big
You don't have
paladin
to
guy.
out me. You don't have to out me.
Oh my god, exposed.
But you know he's actively playing one for me right now.
But this is new
actively
paladin.
being
This is new paladin.
actively. What paladin is? Well, yeah, he's playing with the new rulebook. What?
I think it's pretty chill to play the same kind of class over and over and over again.
What
Human
subclass is-
fighter.
What subclass?
Human fighter.
What subclass is Roan?
He is Oath of the Ancients.
Okay, he's ancients. I was curious.
Another quick thing is, well, this doesn't matter for Trebrum as much, but for those of you who are in my next campaign, I want to start working on cooking up when we're gonna do the one shots in January.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. And that's it. That's all I got. So whatever you needed to
Did
say.
Pate ever
Sean.
respond to you?
Yeah, that was the thing I was gonna say. Was
Pate-
that Vinny's playing
Pate said
fucking
that he would do it as long as you're
Later.
not making him play on the team as well, because he can't do both.
Well, I'm not making him do anything.
Okay, I didn't figure you were, so I just hadn't invited him yet because I hadn't heard back. I didn't know if he was checking with you for that, or if because I was like, I don't need to check with him. For
I'm
that.
not. I'm not making him do anything. He's got free will if he wants to play on that team.
So
Okay, I'll shoot him an invite then.
I just double checked my January plans that day. I was thinking it's a Friday we start, so we're good. So I will be the only day.
How many more people
I'll try to be home in
You would
timely
need,
on the
you
second.
would need 2
I need 2?
more. Yep,
Okay,
you're at
I can get.
4.
I think I might have 1, so I need to look for 1.
Okay, cool.
Oh, it shouldn't be
if-
too hard.
Hey man, I'm just saying, if Vinny doesn't get busy.
I would probably still be down to do it.
I've heard he's played I heard he plays paladins.
Oh, you want to play my party of 6 paladins? Where
Are
we
we on
all
a
have
crusade?
paladin buff. We're
Are
buffing
you-
each other up.
Are you on crusade?
We're one crusade and we're all paladin of conquest.
What if I was the one cleric?
Our aura stack.
Could you imagine how OP that would be? All paladins. You know, it's gonna be OP.
Is Daggerak
And
an
a
orc
cleric.
or a half orc?
Half orc.
I thought so.
Dude, I don't know what's going on in Julie's office. I went here because there's a bed upstairs. So I didn't want to go downstairs yet. But she's got some weird, like, funky music playing in this room. It's like biblical.
Oh, that's cool. Reminds you of
kinda creepy.
Centrum.
It's kind of creeping me out.
Payneless, I want you to know that I'm so happy because in my head, if I was left to my own devices, I was gonna see about getting the wedding ring to be a ring of sending.
Yeah.
It was like the one thing in his mind where he's like, if I could dish out that was so little money to do that. My mom's cooked. She's cracked, insane.
Yeah.
I don't know how she fucking made deals.
Mm-hmm. She's put in the work. She has her circles. All right. Well, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for playing, everyone. I'll see
Can
you
you
in a couple
disconnect
weeks.
me?
Yeah, I can. Obviously, if you guys have any questions or anything, feel
Yep.
free to shoot me a message at any point.
I'll probably manual roll and just tell you what health I get.
Actually, you don't
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
disconnect me. I'm limping
Sounds
over to
good.
my computer.
Okay. Anyway,